Poor Misty. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, she did. She knows what she did.
All she did was be adorable. And say, like, they definitely... the one thing about G5 towards the end, especially Tell Your Tales, it started getting that Paw Patrol thing where they just do the same animation over and over again with the same lines every time certain things happen.
You talking about Windows 11 the other day about things that are beneficial. This is the one cool thing.
Okay.
It'll move all together.
Is it worth it?
That's actually like a feature that I've wanted for a while. I don't. There are other things I do not like the new Explorer window on Windows 11. When you open a folder, do not like it at all. You can get to some of the other things, but it's taken me a long time to get used to. They replace some things from words to images, but then that's not always as intuitive. The word is more identifiable, quick, even though everybody knows those images. Like a save button is save, yes, but if it says save, it's much easier and quicker to go to it. There's other things I don't like, and I haven't really dug into it much because I've been using it as a secondary computer anyway. But I do love the multi-window support. It's or not multi monitor, but moving windows around like that. It's actually pretty nifty.
Yeah.
There are other programs that could do similar functionality, but they're add-ons. This is nice that it's native.
Hello, Scratch. Hello, Matt.
Yeah, Scratch and Matt.
Oh, that silly pony. she looks stressed.
Okay, yeah.
Such a butt.
It's when she realized that they were canceled, and she didn't get to go and hang out with her dad.
Her dad told her she lost her on purpose when she was a filly. It's like, she wouldn't clean her room, so he just like left her out in the middle of the field.
He did the opposite. He sent her out for cigarettes, and then when she came back, he was gone. Did they ever have them actually hang out as father and daughter?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay.
They trying to make up for lost time.
So they not only did both of them know, but they were trying to do something about it.
Thing is, she doesn't really remember much from when she was a foal, and that was like...
well, it doesn't matter. When you have a parental figure that now is not so fucking crazy.
Yeah. Opaline had... She did take care of her. Opaline didn't really steal her away. The tree did. Opaline just found her and raised her. So I always kind of wanted an arc between those two where she kind of defends Opaline.
And she's very healthy.
But she realized, it's kind of like, I know what she's doing is wrong, but she's still my mom kind of deal. But we never really got that. Because they had to wrap up Opaline's story.
Why is she's still shaking? Oh, it doesn't really matter. She's still shaking because it's not.
Like, because throughout it's so sad.
No, people can't question about where's Misty.
No, Misty did care about Opaline, like throughout the start of the series. Then
It's one of those things. If you can have an evil, bad, horrible parent, but deep down there's still like something about but they're still my parents.
Yeah.
And even though she's not a parent, the biological side of thing is only one small part of it for being a parent.
She did raise her from a foal.
I have a coworker. He's like just he's a pretty big white guy, and his wife is too. And I think they adopted 3 African children that just needed parents or whatever. Yeah. And I think they were all previous siblings, and he took the whole family. And they've been raising them for like at least 10 years, I think. Yeah. Whatever. And they're great kids. It's so, because I see pictures and I'm just like, I had to ask the story because it's just like,
there's a story there.
Yeah, there's something here, but no, he's just a super cool guy. So. Yeah.
Like if Opaline had taken Misty away, then she would be a horrible but she didn't. Like, if you follow the story, the tree, Misty wandered to the tree, that she fell through the trees, which are all connected. She came out at Opaline's tree. Opaline didn't know what happened. Misty didn't know what happened.
Yeah, well, Opaline went, a minion!
She basically went, this is the first pony I've seen in millennia because I've been trapped outside of Equestria. I don't know where she came from, but I'm going to take her in.
I like that. It's not SFM, but that other 3D one. Scooterix? I don't know who made it one.
They were
Yeah, the voice for Opaline.
mm-hmm.
It's basic. What does it remind me of? Kind of like the Moth, or what was his name from Venture Brothers?
The Moth?
Oh, no.
The Monarch.
Monarch, yes. It kind of reminds me a little, but not quite.
Yeah.
But close enough. Like Misty.
Yeah. I can see that.
No, that was a fun one. The amount of work they must have put in that is crazy.
No, I wish they really could have fleshed out their relationship a bit more, but they had to, like, I have to go. My planet needs me. Whoop, 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 with Opaline. And then it all didn't matter in the end. Cancel the whole thing half season later. They were actually building up a new story for the new villain where she fell through a portal and was just trying to find her way home. But she was going about it horribly. I do like a villain who has a believable... they're not just doing it because they're evil or they want power. There is something else driving them. Something not necessarily evil, but they're trying to do something and they're going about it an immensely wrong way. Opaline was evil, but she had, like, didn't care for Misty, so
well, most of the
something.
Most of the best villains, like looking at Batman villains, tend to be somebody that was not really always doing something good, but nothing wrong with them, but something in the world broke a piece of them so horribly that the rest of them is probably still good, but they can't stop themselves.
Yeah.
Like, and you, because that's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mr. Freeze or Dr. Freeze was that way. He lost his wife, and then just that part of him broke, and that was the whole thing. Joker was the same way. Most those were just there. It's like feels like something small. They weren't just overall purely evil. Just a small piece of them broke so bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that because then there's still a person.
Like, I like Sombra's, like, original backstory through the IDW comics, where he was actually a very good horse.
Wait, you're saying a stallion's a good horse?
He was not a bad guy. He was actually a very good guy whose kingdom was under threat, which was ruled by Princess Aurora, who he was in love with.
I have to go.
Poor horse.
I have to go get my water.
But the threat threatening the kingdom was so great that he started diving into forbidden magics to learn ways to defend the kingdom. And eventually those magics corrupted him, and basically he lost a fight with himself.
This is a useful little slider here. So I wanted to make it so that she was kind of like leaning into it, then quickly moved, then slowed down, kind of like to get out of the way quick and then settle. There's hold and release are basically the opposite of each other, but release is it will pull everything towards the middle, so it slows down the outside and it speeds up the inside, where hold is the opposite. It will slow down the middle and speed up the outsides. You got to be a little bit careful with it because everything past this line will, if you push it too hard, will be very drastic on that transition. Like if I do something like this, it'll suddenly like boom slow down before doing that little ramp. But in this case, doing a little bit of release like that does not give her a nice little quick transition there. All right, I need to go get my water though. I forgot about it.
I think my favorite villain is Trixie. Throughout the whole series,
She spends more her time as well. Actually, wait, did she ever stop being a villain?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She never really changes as a person. Like,
yeah.
The only thing that changes is that Starlight ends up being like an emotional leash that's attached to her, and she can yank on it sometimes. But past that, Trixie just stays Trixie.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go get my water. I forgot to grab it. I should have it. So I'll be back in a second.
All right. How is everyone? How you doing, Soy? Do you agree that Trixie never stopped being Trixie, and for that reason she is amazing? She's definitely the Karen of My Little Pony. Well, she'll walk in, demand to see the manager, and then like find some way of like getting the manager fired for not putting enough cheese on her burrito or something.
Cheers, Zoe.
And she will burn that restaurant down if she doesn't get her way.
Trixie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I made her chaotic in my when I wait for user with the name tags. Cheers, Scotch. Hello, Philip. And cheers, Soy.
I still love. It's one of my favorite episodes is when she disappears. The freaking magic map or whatever, friendship map. She just does not care. Starlight's freaking out. She's all getting nuts, like looking at bracelets and stuff.
Cheers, Soy. I'm slightly low on water today, but I've otherwise been doing pretty good. Let's wait till I put it down. Cheers, Soy. I think I'm gonna have her lean a little bit more here.
More water. I've already almost finished my first drink. Gonna need another one.
I don't think I can do this, but I want to check.
Chat, y'all film fiction writers, what is something you would have liked to see Trixie do in an episode? I want to hear ideas.
Let me see if we can get a little bit more of a dip out of her here.
I feel like she's a braggart who doesn't like other braggarts.
Well, I mean, it doesn't Discord kind of even look at her and be like, yeah, she's chaos at some point. It was like when they were at the
when they were in the changing hive.
Yeah, I thought there was something about her
He
like
respected her.
Yeah, because she basically was chaos.
She just, if you slight her, she will burn your house down. That is who Trixie is. She doesn't have she doesn't register what she's doing is wrong. She's not trying to be evil. It comes naturally to her. She and she enslaved an entire town because Twilight made her look stupid. Made children like pull a cart with no wheels for reasons that are silly at best.
I'm going to her neck. A little bit of a wobble here. I don't think it matters too much, but
The reason Trixie's evil is because she doesn't think she's evil when she's being blatantly evil.
but she's like evil, but not like normal evil. That's why I said she's chaotic. She's not truly evil and does bad things. She thinks she's doing good things. It just tends to be she doesn't think of others very well.
Well, she'll throw your dog into a lake if you like
That's not a villain. That's just being a Karen.
That's essentially what she is, but she's a mega Karen. Why did you throw my dog into a lake? The reply would just be, well, maybe you should have thought about that before your dog bit me. So it's going in the lake. It didn't bite you, it just sniffed you. It was gonna bite me. I could tell. And so now it's in the lake.
Didn't let me pet it.
Yes. I don't like dogs. Which is evil in and of itself. Hello, Philip. Welcome to
Oh, you're
this
behind.
chat. I am behind. I just saw Philip. I wanted to make sure I said hello.
Okay.
Please, hello, Kite.
Hello, Kites.
Everyone who is watching, please say something so that I can say hello to you, because I don't know if you're watching unless you say something. Interaction, yay! Like and subscribe.
You can't. Well, I don't like how Twitch subscribe and YouTube subscribe are different. YouTube is subscribe, and then here, it's follow. But the equivalent there is, what is it? What do they call it on YouTube? Not a sub. It's like is members? To be a member?
Like a follower?
No, they have like a Patreon type kind of sort of thing where you can. Yeah, but they already have subscribe. It's no, it's for if you can pay monthly and then you can have access to some extra stuff on there. But it's just percentage wise, YouTube still takes a decent cut of that. I think it's 50%, which is pretty ridiculous.
I can respect a lot of these creators going to Nebula, which is like kind of the paid for YouTube.
But the people that are in Nebula don't make much money.
Yeah.
The idea of Nebula is that you get by being on Nebula, I think, but otherwise for the most people, the people that started it, they own a share of it.
Yeah.
So that if in the future it sells, they make part of the profit of the sale.
Yeah.
It's more of an investment in the future. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So
it's a fairly popular site.
It's nice and it's cheap, but to subscribe and stuff. But I also don't think it's not all type of content. It tends to be more informational, like documentary type stuff.
Which is a lot of what I watch. But if I wait a week, it tends to come out on YouTube anyway.
How did you know about the fight tonight? Well, I'm gonna watch the fight tonight and hope Tyson knocks Paul out. Did you know about the fight? I knew that there was one coming up, but I didn't know when it was, and I care so little about Jake Paul that no, I could care.
Who's Jake Paul again?
An asshole. He's a YouTuber asshole that just tended to use shot content to get himself popular. What is that one? Water. There's like a sports drink you can get. Can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't even care.
It's at Walmart.
Yeah. But he sells that stuff and Prime, yes. But he did some boxing. He was actually pretty good at it. But Mike Tyson, the only benefit he has over Mike Tyson is he's much younger. Mike Tyson, as long as Mike Tyson's been training at Hall still, since he's kind of retired, he's going to beat the bullshit so bad.
They're both incredibly built. I saw pictures.
Tyson is still
built as hell.
But Tyson's benefit is he's good. Like he's also skill.
58.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter.
Okay.
I think he's going to be slower. That's the only benefit. Paul's going to have advantage of age. That's the only thing he has. Everything else he's being beat on.
It's a pretty big advantage when it comes to fighting.
But how much bigger is Tyson?
I think they're about the same.
Are they?
Yeah.
Jake Paul looks smaller, but I guess I don't really go and look up how much muscle Jake Paul. I care so
been
little
all
about
over
him.
my feed and Facebook. I don't. That's the only reason I even know about the fight.
This is why he's actually still maintaining any semblance of popularity, is because he does crap like this. Otherwise, he's just an asshole.
Though I did see a video where Tyson and them were like doing the face off thing, and Tyson just reached over and
Just my age. He's
slapped him.
27 apparently.
Yeah, he's 27, and then Tyson's 58.
But
Tyson's
boxing
still
is
crazy built. He's got to be on steroids.
boxing is partially build, but a lot of it is technique and talent, and Tyson's just got that in spades.
Yeah, he's just old.
Do you ever know? Remember the Ip Man series?
Nope.
It's a really well known. It's Ip Man is based on the teacher to Bruce Lee, I believe. Mm-hmm. But he is also like a hero of his towns or whatever.
Imp Man.
Ip Man, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces. I've never watched.
He has a fight with Mike Tyson in the movie.
Does he?
Yeah. And Mike Tyson's technique is supposed to be brute force. And like with, you know, doing the over the top breaking things like whole wood poles with his punches. And it's Mike Tyson doesn't do too great of acting in there, but the fight scene is still pretty cool.
No, he is for being 58, he is still built like a freaking rock. It's kind of crazy. I have to imagine drugs are involved to some degree, but still.
I don't think he's ever really stopped training at that point. It's probably what's keeping him sane.
He's sane? Last I heard of Mike Tyson, he punched a guy on an airplane, but it sounded like the guy kind of deserved it, so I can't remember what it was. You shouldn't punch people in airplanes as a general rule, but the guy was basically egging him on.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that guy got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, don't be, for one, don't be an asshole to a guy who can throw a punch, but just don't be an asshole. Somebody that's flying on a plane that's famous, they're just trying to get A to B. Don't fuck them.
Yeah, like, I think I watched the video and Mike Tyson was trying to keep his cool, but that guy just would not. It was relentless.
No, he knows what it would look like. And even if that guy was pushing and assaulting him, him throwing one punch would be suddenly on his fault. Because you're the big guy with the blah, blah, blah.
It's one of those cases where it's good he got caught on video, because if it hadn't been, people probably would have been all over Mike Tyson for
and they probably still were, but...
Probably, but in the end of the day...
But really, if somebody's being an asshole like that, good. Punch him in the head.
Yeah, he was out cold, because, again, Mike Tyson's still built like a freaking stone pillar.
Or not, it's natural talent for like getting the most out of a punch, dude. Not just some random Joe Schmo punching.
Yeah,
you're getting like America's fist into your face.
America's fist. I'm sure he would be pleased by that.
Thank you for the follow, Raven the Cat. Thank you very much. The guy also made or is sponsored by Lunchables, which are crackers with ham and cheese. A full bath again. Lunchables are, and has been banned by most schools' nurturing programs. Worse of all, kids actually buy that crap. Yes, but when you're a kid, Lunchables are the best.
Yeah, they're a status symbol.
Yes.
My parents can afford Lunchables. It's almost like showing off. Because Lunchables per ounce are probably the single most expensive food item on the planet. If you've ever actually priced that crap for how much you get inside that little package, it's ridiculous. You could go to school with steak and probably pay less per ounce. Lunchables are stupid. They just are. You get like
they are stupid, but when you're a kid, you want them so bad. They're so bad though. Your parents could like make you your own Lunchables, the same ingredients, everything, but have them be much better.
Yeah, and cheaper.
No,
way cheaper.
No, even as a kid, they would not be the same.
Yeah,
it's so bad. It's an American thing, I reckon. Yes, they are not good. They are not good at all. It is bad stuff, and it is not great for you in any way. But for when you're a kid, it's a status symbol.
It's a small stack.
Maybe
of
not
cheese.
anymore. We were young. This is like 20 years ago.
They still sell like crazy.
Yeah,
and they're still expensive.
Thank God we don't have neither Lunchables nor dear God, I wish I was remembering that Lunchly. What is Lunchly?
I got free lunches at school.
What is? I don't know what Lunchly specifically. I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
think
No,
it's,
Lunchables aren't good. The best meal you can get as a kid, and like you don't realize it until you're older, is just like your parents made you a sandwich and like some chips or some carrot steaks. That is legitimately the best one. But you were the kid who like, haha, your mom to go ahead and make you a sandwich. No, there's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for a kid. Like that probably cost your parents like 20 cents. Like they're super cheap to make and they're full of everything you need for the day. Peanut butter is so high in everything to get you through the day. It's a great choice, but no, when you're a kid, no, I need that weird crap. One in the commercials.
I'm getting nostalgic for my youth as I get older, and part of me just wants to go back to my old high school and just once be able to walk through the line and just get lunch and like sit down and eat it, because I remember those lunches being pretty good.
Oh, our lunches at our school are really bad.
Yeah,
like they weren't that great, and I rarely ever got it.
Well, your mom packed your lunches, or
4 kids, and we're at that age time. We did trying to raise 4 kids. My dad was the only one working. It was
it's like
they could get by. No, yeah, but for all 4 kids for every day.
I got free lunches through grade school.
Because your family had too little money.
Yes, we were proper poor.
But there's this threshold that once you hit it, you have to pay.
Yeah.
But if you're just at that threshold, it means
it's still like $1.50 for lunch a day.
Yeah, that's still kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Now Minnesota has, I think, all free lunches.
Yeah, I heard that's Tim Waltz.
Which is good. Kids should eat. Some kids can afford it, some can't. Just make it free. They're our future.
If you have to be at school, then they should have to provide you the nutrition you need while you're there.
I love my mom's homemade bread and ham. That sounds good, especially homemade.
How'd she homemade?
Lunchly, I don't know if I remember the name correctly. It's a thing that was supposed to be competitor to Lunchables. It was launched by Mr. Beast. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't know about it. KSI, and I think I remember correctly Logan Paul, but it failed very hard. Well, the thing is, if Mr. Beach and KSI and whatever comes up with Lunchables type things, they had no say in really anything. They just said, let's sell a product using our name and everything about it. They didn't go there and say, we need to make the best product possible. No, they found something that worked and they contracted a company to make all of it. It's the name at that point. It means nothing. It's stupid.
Isn't the whole like scandal with the Prime drink that the electrolytes in it aren't really beneficial to actually helping you athletically? It's all just potassium instead of salt, because he wanted to make it sweeter so that kids would like it more, but it's actually less beneficial than other sports drinks for retaining water and whatnot. It's basically just a sugary water.
I mean, like Gatorade's got a lot of sugar in it too, but
it's got the salts and stuff in it too.
If you're drinking Gatorade and sitting around the house, that is not a good thing to drink, and you shouldn't do it. If you are out actively doing things, the sugars, the electrolytes, that is good for you. Mm-hmm. It is a good replenisher. But I used to just get some Powerade sometimes because I like Powerade Rain. I just legitimately liked it, but it is putting way too much salt in your diet if you're not actually burning it. And yeah, it's not good. Oh my god, the sound when you move this slider is so cursed. Oh, the
Trixies.
She's talking. Oh yeah, Raven, if you haven't seen it, we're working on.
I really wish that's what AI needs to invent. Is for this program, AI needs to invent an auto blooper, so that when a snooch is close enough to your screen, it just creates a hand that boops it.
No, like I love it. You're like, you know what we need to do? Have AI do? Come out with a hand, because AI is good with hands.
Yes.
They've gotten a lot better, but
they've gotten.
No, we're working on Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the scene with Bring Out Your Dead. We're doing it. There's like 10 seconds before this. That's a lead up, kind of an establishing thing. But we've been working on this. We really just have to do the beginning and end bit, and then a couple other little things, and then basically done. But yeah.
What? Nothing. Here's your ninepence. I'm not dead.
Yeah. He says he's not dead.
Yes, he is.
I'm not. He isn't?
Well, he will be soon. He's very ill.
I'm getting better. No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment. Oh, I can't take him like that. It's against regulation.
I don't want to go on the car. Oh, don't be such a baby.
I can't take him.
I feel fine. Well, do us a favour.
I can't.
Well, can you hang a couple of minutes? He won't be long.
Oh, I've got to go to Robinson's. They've lost 9 today.
Well, when's your next run?
Thursday.
You think I'll go for a walk? You're not fooling anyone, you know. Look, isn't there something you can do? I feel happy. I feel happy.
Oh, thanks very much. Oh, Joel. See you on Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, so just working
like
on
that
getting this
last
one done. Last stream we did the whole Trixie bit here.
Oh, thanks very much.
Mainly it was just getting this little like walk to the side because that was a lot of keyframing, but
So is this firmly outside of the larger project?
larger project.
I can't remember if it's been announced yet. I can't say. The
Mythology?
J project, yeah.
Yeah, that was announced at Ciderfest.
Yeah. Well, okay, so is this firmly out of that or
It's going to be a year before. I'm not going to hold on to this for a year.
fair?
I'm just going to work on other stuff and hello, Cookie Derpy.
Yes, Cookie Derby is good to be.
Joel.
Yeah, most of the point redeems are got little fun overlays.
See you on Thursday.
Right.
Joel.
Okay, yeah, I was doing lip syncing now, so
That horse, Jesus.
Joel.
That's when the gummies kick in.
yeah, you saw what I found.
Yeah, I saw what you found. I'm tempted. I need like half a one.
Were those from Ciderfest last year?
Yes.
I was thinking through, and I'm like, what are these? And I'm like, they feel squishy.
I lost them.
I know. I
No
remember you
idea where
losing
they
them.
went.
They were just. I think when we got back from the convention, we had a bag with just like other plates and stuff, and you just threw it in there. And we have so many things now. We have, I think, 6 stacks of plastic cups that high.
Good.
We have and there's more down here. We have so many plastic cups.
I hope I'm able to make it back for that. Really. Even if I can't cook a lot for it. Figure it out. A lot going on.
No, I don't like.
Gotta start thinking up with some anthology bit.
Yeah, I asked people if they had some ideas for some, but it's really difficult because most people's ideas are like
Lengthy.
long.
You need like a quick joke.
It's something
This is the
that's
joke.
really quick, and the easiest ones are to do the things that I don't like doing, where you take existing audio and just put horses in it. And that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But I'm not just adding horses. I'm then playing off the joke of it being pear butter and, she's gone and then the G5 in the cart. So I'm putting other jokes in there to add context to it other than just literal horse on top of something and everything else
I
identical.
don't think anybody's done the muffin button scene from Team 4 Star with Derpy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one, the visuals, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go and watch those scenes again.
Yeah.
Because if I remember right, he just kind of starts hitting it. It's the visuals, not the voices,
Bunch of
and then
coffee
you
starts
probably would.
appearing.
Yeah, you probably would miss the connection. But I'm on the good side with the Team 4 Star group, so
On the oh, that's right. Because of the a la carte video. I think they still do stuff. It's just not as often.
well, I think I remember them telling me that the Alishai 2 video is like the only version of that clip on the web that's still up for some reason.
Yeah.
Because all the rest were pulled down for copyright of the song that's in there, and mine still exists for some reason. And so it's worked out pretty well for me because if I believe Takahata is linked to it for people getting the audio and references and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
They put a lot of work into that stuff.
Made my day when Little Karibo was made mention of like, this is too good or something, and it was to my video. I was like, oh yeah.
They're a bunch of horse fans, you know they are. They hung out with Nowak. Inevitable.
Nacho! Nacho!
He looks so high.
Maybe she is. She's Trixie. She knows where to get the best buds.
Starlight invited her to meet her parents, and she shows up high.
Did you see the dispensary that was across the street opened?
Yeah, there's like the shop across that.
Well, that's
was
a smoke
already-
shop.
But it sells stuff.
It's not quite the same. This is an actual. This is probably going to be much more
Where
detailed.
do you think I found those super gummies?
Yeah, but that was gummies. This is actual like plant.
Ah,
So
I'm not.
they've been they were working on getting it together and whatever for months now.
My lungs have taken enough damage.
That's what bongs are for.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm never doing that again though.
No, you get in trouble right now. Until all things change.
Well, there's that too, but I think that's going to be a long time.
Yeah, especially now.
State laws don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do to a point. I don't remember the number.
Not for me.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, if enough states adopt something, then it has to be put to vote for federal. But I don't remember what the percentage is.
Yeah, there's that, but it's still up to work. But you know, for now, my work has anything THC completely banned, and you can lose your job.
My boss has just said, "Don't show up to work high," and it's not a problem. I'm like, yes, I wasn't planning to, because both of them have dabbled. When it wasn't legal. I never touched this stuff when it wasn't legal. I was too much of a nerd. I'm just kidding. This came across kind of mean.
Ah, thanks very much. Nacho! See you on Thursday.
Okay, I'm gonna see you on Thursday. God, there's two. That's what she says.
Oh. You see?
All right, bye, Michael.
I cannot hear the audio. I just see horses moving around, and that's enough to make me happy.
Yeah, I have to animate the rest of Trixie here because I have her do up to here. But I don't like keyframing or doing any of that stuff until I have the lip syncing done, because when words are spoken and certain things are done might be determined by that. If you start keyframing based on hitting play, SFM tends to like shift audio a couple frames out for what you hear. So you can suddenly be off by a little bit. But if I do the lip syncing first, I know, because I've been like moving this really slow through here, I'm exactly on there, and I know that I'm hitting my timings. It just helps.
So, I have a question. Who do you think's been leaking all the half-finished episodes of Tell Your Tale?
Who do you think it was?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's only like 3 people I know that even work there, and I'm guessing that it was none of them.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
it's
not saying it
Jeff
individual.
Smith.
I'm
He was
saying-
definitely Jeff.
I mean, I have to imagine it's the people who worked on it who are just trying to get it out there to show the work that they did.
The thing is,
You know, they
any
could
of those
show-
people would have to have access to those files.
Yeah.
Which means that they would probably have to have larger access than anybody else, or at least of a good amount, because most stuff like that is kind of restricted.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, the episode following episode 23, episode 24, was released, with exception to if you watch it, some of the sound effects are missing and music is missing, but for the most part, it's all there. Yeah, and somebody just kind of leaked that onto YouTube.
Somebody could have made it.
Nah, you can tell it's legit. It was very close to finished. Which again, just kind of emphasizes that they basically just, a bunch of people came into work one day and were told it was canceled and go home. done. Go home.
That's how things shutting down works, though.
Usually you get a bit more of a heads up. Like the people from G4 certainly got a huge heads up that you wrapped up the series proper.
Yeah, they got a heads up because they said at the end of the season you're ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
opposed to
not everything that does that, though.
Yeah.
If it's doing poor enough, I can see them not bothering with going the rest of the season, because that it doesn't matter whether the amount of small fans that are apparently watching it aren't worth the costs to keep going.
Because they were releasing on YouTube, and YouTube probably didn't pay a lot. They also had it on Netflix, but it's on YouTube. Like, watch it there. I don't know, I just want to know what G6 is. They need to get that out, like, yesterday, because I need my horse. Chop chop. This guy would animate faster would be a problem.
I gotta deal with that, like.
Look, I need a 5-minute episode every week. I'll buy you beer.
No.
5 minutes every week. Chat. Bully him and join our horse faster. He has to make up for Hasbro's failings all by himself.
Trying to think of something I can make where I'll do it, but that you'll never accept it.
No, any derpy torture, but that's half of what you do
No.
already.
I'm trying. I can't think of, like, no matter what I can think of, and some of it is ridiculous. You would probably do it because horse.
Like, wait, no, you might still want that.
I'm like dressed as a turkey and run around the backyard going gobble gobble gobble.
It's adorable.
And record it, and I'll put it on YouTube.
Wait. How would that get me horse?
No, that would be a requirement. Every episode, I have to have a new episode of Michael as a turkey.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it gets me horse.
Yeah, that's my thought. It's like
I have no shame.
yet you have to release your animation.
Oh. It's essentially done.
Yeah. That sounds like cringe though.
It's like 4 minutes long. Straight cringe.
Yeah, you want me to do 5 minutes and you can't even release 4. Big Derpy is sad.
I finished that animation in like a month and a half because I was driven like a bat out of hell at the time when I was making it. And then as I was kind of getting close to finishing it, I sat and watched, and I'm like, holy crap. This has got to be the cringiest thing on the internet. I can never let this see the light of day. A few people have seen it. Adam's seen it. And he just went, yeah, no, keep that to yourself. It's not that bad. At least I tell myself that until I go back and watch it. Ugh, the entire premise is just Derpy being adorable. And like,
It's everything that you like. It's more than one Derpy, right?
no, it's one Derpy.
It's okay. It's one Derpy with socks.
Yes.
Is there food?
Yes.
Is there a jukebox?
No.
Muffin?
Yes.
Okay, so she got nom noms. She got socks, and is she try to pull off the socks?
Yeah.
Does she do scrunchy face?
Yes.
Like, I know all the things you would want.
She wears a bridle and a big
I'll
bow.
skill Dashy and hello Niski. She bridle too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she got like the fishnet stocks things
No,
too,
she's
or
wearing the stripy socks. And she also wears like little like booty socks. She wears multiple pairs of socks. But the cringiest thing about all of it is that all the voice lines are just me.
like doing very bad voice acting. What if you redid it with like some kind of AI voice?
I would absolutely have to.
Would it make it passable?
Probably passable.
But I mean, is it just you going, hey, I'm Derpy?
No.
Like, ooh, look at, oh my God, there's a muffin.
The whole opening premise is that she delivers a letter to herself and then reads it. And the whole first line she says is, 2 things ponies do. And she reads it, it's like, eat numbs. And she calls them numbs. Because that's how bad this video is. She calls food numbs. And eats a muffin out of her saddlebag. And no, like then the whole premise is she goes to one of the cute things I'm thinking is putting on socks. So she goes to Rarity's boutique, right? And tries on some socks.
Is she going down the Michael to-do list?
Yeah. She puts on the socks and Rarity sees her in the boutique trying on socks and she's like, no, you can't just, why are you wearing socks? That's lube. But she doesn't tell her it's lube. But you can tell she's thinking it. And then he has Derpy put on the lewdest sock outfit she has, and then she shows. Then she leaves. Twilight walks in, sees Derpy in the outfit. Is like, "What's going on here?" Rarity comes back, also wearing socks, and sees Twilight. And then Rarity runs in the other direction, crashes through a window to escape.
So you had to make multiple horses wear socks.
Yes. I told you it's never gonna see the light of day. It is not good. I worked very hard on it a long time ago, and it sits on my computer. I know it's on my current computer, just because I can't bring myself to get rid of it. Because every once in a while I show it to somebody and be like, "So, what do you think?" And, wow. Hello, Ninesky.
Hello, Sunset.
I didn't learn how to use Flash, but I was learning to use Flash while making it, and that's not horrible.
No, that's all the stuff I did early on was just stupid crap just to like learn things. Like, that should be how it is. You went a little long with your thing, and it's probably cringe more. I mean, it's also because you made it, but it's probably cringe just because your first thing is always going to be cringe. It's no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You're learning, it's going to be cringe. It's going to be very jank, but that's okay.
No, I think I started a scene where Rarity's trying to explain to Twilight that it wasn't her in the boutique making Derpy wear socks, it was a changeling. And then I kind of realized after I started doing that part, the joke was running too long. I should end with her crashing through the window. But, yeah, got out of hand.
Oh, that's where it got out of hand.
Yes. That was like super early fandom too, so that I did that. And realized this is not my thing. Yeah, boober. Oh, you did that on purpose.
Baby.
Tell you what, if Silver's around, I'll show it to her and let her decide if I should finish it or not. Know exactly where it's at on my computer. Speaking of things on my computer, I completely lost all the dialogue I wrote for Derpy for Deep Rock, and it took me until yesterday night to find it. I searched for it for 3 days on my computer. I had no idea what I had done with it. But yay, I come.
That's why I try to, I'm really big on, before I even create a file, I find a home for it. one that I know is intuitive to the way I think, so that if I'm ever like, where did I put that file? There's like 1 or 2 places to go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm like that with anything. Like I rarely lose my glasses because there's only like 3 places, 4 places I'll put them down. Keys, I always have a set place. I like making set places for things. So then you don't have to think about where is this. Let's just go down that small list.
Yeah, that's normally the case with me, but then I think,
Really?
well, I mean,
No, you put things just like you had 2 pieces of mail on the counter. You took one of them.
yeah,
Why not the other?
I forgot the other one.
It's like
Chaos. Chaos is how my mind works. Hello, Starfire Dream. How are you? Hello, Sunset. Welcome, welcome.
well, you're
Oh.
behind. I already said hi to both them.
Well, I'm saying hi now. I'm gonna say hi to Raven too. You know, Raven. Has been
I
here
said hi to
before.
Raven a while ago too.
Well, I'm doing it now. I'm allowed to say hello.
Yeah, usually when
Eventually.
you know when people pop in, maybe.
Actually,
How much Michael cares.
I care enough. Eventually, someday, get into it. I want a Lunchable now. I want a pizza Lunchable. I'm sure they still make those. Those were the best ones. Did you ever want to eat a piece of completely raw pizza with cold pizza sauce?
Because of the Lunchables pizza,
Yeah.
which was you just saying that like brought forward the memory of the crappy pepperoni.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, and the weirdly like soft bread and the pizza sauce that definitely tastes like you're eating raw pizza.
No, you were absolutely eating raw pizza.
Oh no, it was so bad.
Yeah, but your parents paid a premium for that.
No, when you're a kid, you don't care about the price.
Well, you don't.
Well, I had to cancel my procedure that was scheduled for today. The doctors refused to do one without a sedative. It was scheduled for yesterday. Well, that sucks. Sucks when you have something that's like big and invasive and then they like cancel it on you.
Well, I would hope if it's invasive enough, they'd figure out a sedative that works for you.
Have you tried Big Stick?
It's a good sedative. Yeah, I'm thinking if they have to cut you open, they're not gonna let you stay awake for that one.
I was up all night and slept in late, so my time clock was off. Your time clock? That sounds super fancy. I have to activate my time clock.
I'm just imagining somebody with one of the big punch cards and the lever, like attached to their chest.
Oh, that's a time card.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking of like Doc from like Back to the Future. Like, Morty, we need to go 55 to activate the time clock.
It's like Doc.
I'm gonna go get another booze though.
Oh,
You want something from the cooler?
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't gonna go up there, but I'll go up there.
You're so kind. Being so nice. I gotta fix this. I'm gonna make a better version. There's a better version of this. Ooh, no, I broke. Better no. We'll get some smooch in there.
I just screenshot from the door. I could see you doing it.
No, we couldn't see nothing.
They're not doing anything.
They're not.
I don't know what's going on here.
Nothing has happened.
All right. You have to let me know how this is, because if it's good, I might grab one.
Ooh, strawberry.
Cream ale. But cream ales sometimes are hit or miss to me. So
Let me see.
there are levels of wrong.
No, see, this is the better version. This is the better ending. Just give the smooch.
Okay, so.
I feel happy.
Ah, thanks very much. Not at all. See you.
Much better. I love it.
Why did you go
so
that
good.
way? And why did you how did you hands? Why is she
She's doing a handstand. She's like, she leaves.
She's like, you know what she's doing? She's just like whispering in her diary. She's like, I love Trixie.
I want to smooch that horse.
And then she's like, okay, you smooch.
See?
Or is this
Much
like,
better.
this is a face hugger?
Legs. They do. Leave it. It's better. It's better this way. Everyone agrees.
Yeah, I'm curious on that one though. Is it creamy or is it, how is it?
It tastes of strawberry, but it's very mild. A bit creamy. Definitely an ale.
Is it hoppy?
No.
Okay, I might try it then. Let me smell it. I'm gonna smell
You can try a bit.
it. It has, no, it is hoppy.
I wouldn't say it's super hoppy.
Velma hop, strawberry puree, and milk sugar. It says cream ale. It's backwards, but I need to have a button to just swap the camera on this on the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do the main camera to do it otherwise.
I'm just gonna swoop that horse. It was all leading up to his just like, oh no.
I was like going forward and I'm like, wait, maybe I should probably keep her on there.
Aww.
And she's going to go, you know what she's doing? She's smooching all the corpses.
They're not corpses, they're sleeping. It's in sleepy time card. Keep forgetting.
See you on Thursday. Thursday.
Okay, so I got the lipstick and Donna can hide this one. Alright, so let's keyframe something for this. Okay, I probably want to have her lean a little bit to the right just to get better in view of the camera. So let's make sure just her feetsies are locked. Missing one.
On a second sip, yeah, I'd say this is a little hoppy.
Yeah, they could smell the hops.
Well, it says on the can right there.
Well, every beer has hops. It's just
No.
whether or not you can taste it.
Not every beer has hops.
Milk sugar? Yeah, it's sugar mixed with milk.
Or is it sugar made from milk? Oh.
Or was that one
Sugar's
like
from
horse
milk.
thing that you posted, like cockroach milk?
I didn't post that, but I saw it.
Yeah, it's twice as healthy.
Yes. You know, cockroaches made milk. That was a mammal thing.
I don't know. Maybe they probably don't. This is a stupid meme.
Yeah. Maybe it's just milk made from ground up cockroaches, you know, like they make milk from ground up nuts and whatnot. Personally, I have nothing against eating bugs.
You kind of do it accidentally a lot of your life anyway, but I'm not a fan of it.
I mean, I eat shrimp. I don't see that big of a difference between eating a shrimp and eating a particularly large grasshopper. It's
The
all just-
crunch.
Well, you don't eat the exoskeleton on either of them.
Okay. How do you peel the exoskeleton?
Grasshoppers can get pretty big. You can get the big ones.
I'm not like a huge fan of shrimp either, though. I'm
Well,
okay
that's
with
cheap.
eating it if it's there and sure, like, but I'm not gonna like. If you give me a menu with foods on it, I'm probably gonna pick shrimp last out of anything there. I mean,
Really?
fish below shrimp even, but
Well, you know me, I
the
like
triple
fish
delight at the one place we go to, I liked
Yeah.
that one, but it's because it was shrimp, beef, and chicken.
Yes.
It was, and the shrimp was pretty minimal.
Yeah, I like shrimp, I like fish. I'm just weird, I guess.
No, it's not uncommon. I'm just not a fan of fish. If the doctor said you need to eat more fish to stay alive, I'd be like, is there a pill?
That is what the doctors told me. I should be eating more fish.
Yeah, you can make some fish.
No, you won't eat it.
I'm okay with, okay, is fish and chips okay?
I don't think the doctor wanted it deep fried. No.
Well, then we're going to have to figure something else out.
You want sushi?
Is it the fish oil that's good?
They said it's lean protein.
Well, buffalo.
Yeah. Well,
Buffalo is relatively lean. Turkey,
turkey's leaner. It's not
By-
as lean as fish.
you know, it's not as lean, but for the price, you can get lean beef, but it gets expensive.
Yes, it does.
But
I won't even touch beef half the time anymore. It's so. It was like last time I went to Walmart, it was $7 a pound for beef.
yeah, turkey to me, for a lean meat that isn't fish, is, I think, a good one.
And then, of course, because it's more expensive, I'm making tacos out of pork, which is not a lean meat.
Yeah, that one was not. I think that turkey worked better.
Turkey does work better. I got the pork by accident.
Oh,
I realized that after the fact, but it still turned out okay.
yeah. It's just, I don't like greasy tacos.
Yeah. Changeling meat is good with butter. I don't know. They're just the lobsters of the pony universe.
You
So,
throw
yeah.
them in the hot pot and they just start squealing.
Yeah, they pop. Or changelings.
You throw a mango in there and they just go in.
Mhm.
Oh, that's bad ponies.
I feel like that's how you find out. It's like, how do we determine a changeling from a normal pony? If we put them in the boiling water, they'll pop if they're a changeling, but won't they kill them if they're just a pony too? Like, yes, but let Celestia sort them out.
I think I might have overdone the little sideways motion.
Speaking of which, for anybody who watched that leaked episode, one thing that drives me crazy about that leaked episode is one of the ponies actually says, for the very first time, "Sweet Celestia," as opposed to "my hoofness" or whatever. She said Celestia as I don't know, an expression, which I think was the first time in the series that has happened. And I very much am aware from reading the show Bible that they were building up to introducing Celestia and Luna and where they went in the G5 universe. That is what they were building to. And we're never going to get it now. Not going to get that. We're not going to get the Bat Ponies.
I see someone brought in a rocking horse for repairs at the makerspace, except it wasn't a horse. Rather, it was a cow with udders.
Okay. Cows are allowed to have udders.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my cereal would be very different.
They're the only ones, though, like in cartoons at least.
Okay, actually, I don't even mention milk for cereal. Unless you can have udders on almonds.
I keep a few cans of condensed milk in the cabinet, mostly for baking. And the occasional mashed potatoes. Good to keep milk around, but we don't drink it very often, so fresh milk, not so much, but canned milk?
Fresh milk does not last long
No,
enough.
it does not. Canned milk lasts forever. And it's the same stuff. It's the exact same thing. They just boiled it down a bit and pasteurized it and canned it. And it'll last a year. Without refrigeration. It kind of, from my perspective, buying gallons of milk at the grocery store is almost a scam. Just go to the baking aisle, get condensed. Cheaper, lasts longer.
If you're
no
going
refrigeration.
if you're a family with multiple kids and you're going through like a gallon of milk every few days,
It's still cheaper as canned.
yeah, but it's then you got to do things with it. You're a parent, you're busy, you have things to do. An extra 50 cents isn't going to kill you.
Yeah.
I had oat milk hot chocolate last weekend. Not bad, honestly. It really depends. I feel like milk kind of works for everything that milk is made for. When it comes to like oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk, a lot of those other types, not all of them are good for everything. Like I like almond milk, but it's hit or miss if it's good on coffee for me. Oat milk, I think, is better for coffee than almond milk is, but I like almond milk with cereal. But for hot chocolate, I think oat might be better. It's like, it's kind of whatever. There's a unique flavor that those give.
I think nutrition-wise, oat milk is the closest to like regular milk.
Well, but no matter what, if you don't get a sweetened oat or almond, milk is still way higher in sugar.
Yeah.
Milk has so much sugar in it to make it palatable. True soy?
Does that have sugar in it to make it palatable, or is it just sugars that are naturally existing in the milk?
Not sure, but it's usually like 15 or 16 grams for like a serve, like whatever a serving is. It's like 15 or 16 grams, but like the almond milk I get is like 1 gram. It's way less, and I still think it tastes sweet. It's just a natural, like, but all almond to me is just sweet. Like, even if there's no sugar, there's the almond flavor. Did I miss the dehydrate earlier? I think I did. Yeah, I don't think at least I called it out, so cheers, Scratch, if I missed it.
Otherwise, you're just drinking for fun. What's up with that?
Yeah, he did it while I was away.
That's fine. It's still a delicious, like, white liquid that goes with cereal.
Why do you word it like that?
I didn't mean to word it weird.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a cup of white liquid?
We should just call it nut water.
Sure.
Nut juice. But nobody's gonna call it that. No, it's whatever. I don't care. As long as it works in the same applications. Really, it's just easier on most people's stomachs. Because lactose is gonna be rough for most people. I know it can make me a little bit gassy.
Milk.
Yeah.
It's more of, I guess, after having almond milk and stuff, I didn't realize how thin milk was. Like, even whole milk, I just feel is almost too watery. Almond milk I like because it's thicker. It's like, especially if you get like silk, because that stuff my old roommate used to call it cement mix, because it was slightly gray and like heavy. But yeah, I don't know, regular milk just to me, I grew up on 2% for the most part.
Same.
And it was fine, but when you're a kid, it's probably pretty good and for the nutrition and stuff that comes with it. But
Did you drink it, or was it just for like the bowl of cereal in the morning?
mainly bowl of cereal.
Yeah, same.
But I mean, I maybe sometimes would, and it was definitely used for baking. But because I was growing up, almond milk and oat milk and stuff, that was never a thing.
Yeah.
It only is in the last like what 20 years that they've really started popping up with that.
Yeah. Yeah, like for baking, I still want to use milk, but anything else,
There's this milk
I think
probably should be used just because it's not just about it's milk, it's other stuff that's in it that makes optimizes things. But I mean, really, I did care.
I think I used like oat milk for pancakes a few times, and that did turn out pretty good. So I'm not against it using it. It's I guess force of habit. Use skim milk for cereal? You talking about watery?
Yeah, skim milk is the worst milk.
Nobody wants to drink that. People force themselves to drink it because they're on a diet or something.
Yeah, Skim milk is to remove fat, but in general, fat isn't bad for you. It's the sugars and excessive carbs that are bad for you. This is just, to me, skim milk is like, I feel even whole milk is kind of thin. Skim milk is just so watery. I do not like it. But I mean, if you mix it with cereal, well, yeah, because it's going to be some kind of sugar or something else mixed in there that's going to thicken it up and do something. But if I can't drink a glass of it on its own, I don't want it.
I have powdered milk up in the cabinets that I sometimes use if I'm out of any other kind of milk for baking. And if I use it, I make a point to add a bit of extra butter to it just to add some of the milk fat back in. Because it is not good by itself.
See you on Thursday.
That powdered milk up there has saved me in a pinch a few times. It's good to have on hand. I think I need to get flour. I say that knowing circumstances, though.
I think it would actually be neat to, like, when she says see you on Thursday, that she pulls out the clipboard she looked at, like she's figuring out her next stop. But
Or just like putting a check off on the clipboard.
I don't know. I don't have a clipboard. I had a clipboard in a previous shop, but I was able to pull it out from like the ether. I have nowhere to pull it from now. So
Didn't ponies always kind of pull things out from the ether?
well,
Or pony pockets?
I mean, if I wanted to give enough time, I could pull it out from her butt.
Yeah,
But no,
that's what they keep. That's the pony pocket.
the pony pocket
Yeah.
is the butt.
See you on Thursday.
Yeah, where else would they keep that stuff? That's what happens when you walk around without pants. He does have a saddlebag, but
Who's she attacking, Michael?
nobody. She's being nice. She's working on that fence. She's putting in the time. Lyra flesh, you know. Oh, skill, Dashy. You were already here, but hello. I didn't say hello to you. No. Be kind. Please rewind. No. This does not phase her. He's still powerful.
Just like, I got nothing in there. It's just empty. I had a horrible accident. Had my whole head replaced by a bowling ball. And he tried so hard. She's
See, in G5 or the G6 needs to just have the characters from G4 for no other reason than bring back their.
God, look what she's a god.
I mean, Hasbro would have to be pretty. I don't even know the word for it to not realize G4 characters are still the more popular characters. Even after G5.
Oh, I know what's going on here.
Oh, it's Sparkle. It essentially has the kind of fame Mickey Mouse has, or Bugs Bunny. Maybe not quite on the same scale, but she's like, back from whence you came, demon.
Get down there, demon derby.
It was horse. No, I'm actually a little anxious to know what G6 is gonna be. Because I want them so badly to get it right. They have,
Rip in peace, Derpy.
you don't get to get it wrong twice and be able to keep doing it. So
Oh, thanks very much.
G6 has to be, they need to put their best foot forward on G6 or they're in trouble.
See you on Thursday.
And if they were to bring back these characters, I would want them to simply just fill in the space between the final episode and the second to last episode. Like, just continue their journeys. Like, you can have a new animation style, new writers, new everything, but it needs to be, if you're going to do G4, it needs to stay in that universe, and it needs to just be a continuation of the story. And you could get into some of the stuff like Applejack. Applejack and Rainbow Dash's marriage would be an amazing way to like, or just like kicking off their relationship, stuff like that. There's plenty of stories to tell. More shipping. That's kind of what I appreciated about Tell Your Tales. There was a lot of shipping in Tell Your Tale. It's great. Because they didn't do a lot of that in G4. And that they never really went into relationships for the main characters. Or in G5, they very much stated Izzy was gay. You had Alpha Biddle and Queen Haven starting a relationship together.
Oh, they were like, that wasn't just relationship. That was like hot and heavy.
It was pretty hot and heavy, yes. It was great. And there was an entire episode where Zip and Pip were talking to Misty about how they were going to be sisters soon. Like, it was inevitable they were going to be sisters. It was very cute.
You just wanted a muffin to receive the gift of life, to rest in peace and see flying muffins. Yes, please, I need the FBI. Wait, you called the police to get to the FBI? It's not like they have like, all right, we'll connect you to the FBI. They got a speed dial button.
Yes.
Wait, FBI is only if it crosses international lines. How does this, or whatever, not international, not state lines. How does that work here?
It's federal crimes.
Yeah,
If you want to cross international, it's Interpol.
That's not American though. It's Homeland Security, I believe, or what was? There's another one.
Interpol functions within the United States, and it's not that often.
No, but I mean,
the United States would have to give them
the United States, because anything that's a crime within the United States across state lines is the FBI, but United States crimes that are across or international, like whatever, that's CIA. There's more of that.
Okay.
The things outside
I thought
the
it was
US.
still Interpol, but I don't know.
No, I'm basically guessing the U.S. works with Interpol, but the Interpol is not run by the U.S., so they're going to have their own.
Yeah,
and they're only going to follow Interpol's rules if it benefits them.
Well, I always thought Interpol was like a coalition thing that multiple governments just kind of agreed upon.
Yeah, until they choose not to, because there's nothing forcing them to. Anytime you do anything bond, that's when you get Interpol. Go to the wiki. Interpol. Interpol, International Criminal Police Organization. Wait, it's run by the criminal police? That facilitates worldwide police cooperation and crime control. Yeah, so it itself just ensures cooperation between
nations,
the different police forces of the different countries.
Yeah.
So it is not itself, I'm guessing, as much of a police force as it is to ensure that they work together.
Their authority only goes as far as the nations will allow it to go.
Yeah, that's how it always works. Because you can't enforce laws on another country, because at any time you just be like, nah.
Yeah.
Government doesn't have to do anything about laws, because they're the one that write laws.
Yeah. They work.
You can sign a treaty and then ignore it, and there's nothing stopping you.
He'll piss off your neighbors, but
and we're in such a tightly knit global economy now that people can kind of F with you. Like if you do piss off somebody, it could screw you over by having a lack of trade, but that's why we don't do as much. You're not seeing us doing similar things in like small African countries because there's less of a benefit there. We're going to drop all our money in the people that are going to have good trade routes to benefit a first world economy, which is kind of problems there. But
I would like G6 to just be slice of life stories with the cast from G4. That kind of fits in line with what Adventure Time did with Distant Lands, which was just a bunch of random stories kind of sparse throughout the timeline with the cast from that would work, but you could only do that for maybe a few specials. I think they had 6 Distant Land episodes. All of them were like an hour long.
I want to watch Adventure Time, but there's just too much.
It's not that bad.
The episodes individually are nice because they're like not big.
Yeah.
They're short, but there's like hundreds of them.
Yeah, but There's an overarching story.
Yeah, but you
but
can't
can-
just say, well, watch the important ones.
No, I'm not saying watch the important ones. I'm saying you can watch any of it at any time, anywhere, and each episode. Is
Yeah, but I'm not
entertaining
gonna.
on its own.
It's no. I like to when I'm picking a series to watch. I want to go through the whole series.
Adventure Time is not picking a series to watch. It's like you just want to turn your brain off and watch something, and that's what Adventure Time is good for. It's not for watching a new series. It's for killing time when you don't have the energy to do anything else. That's when I watch it anyway. I like to see an episode where Derpy is hanging out in a bar with other mail couriers. Somebody says no mail couriers could ever complete the theatrical run, or under 6
Complete
parsecs.
the Testral run. It's
Testral
the
run.
one from
Star
Trek,
Wars.
or Star Wars. Yeah.
Derpy says, "Hold my root beer." I want the line "Hold my root beer" in an episode of Boney.
Wait, what is that? What he says at the end of the other one?
Oh no, he does not say "Hold my beer," but I want "Hold my root beer." I want Derpy to be a "Hold my root beer." Then she goes off to do something dumb. Great.
I have her like swaying drunk.
Why should be drunk? It's
No,
root
that's
beer.
fine because of the root beer.
He's dumb. Just cute dumb. No, the male ponies are all cute.
What?
You know, they're all mares, so
Oh,
they're worked.
I thought you were talking about stallions for a sec
no,
there.
no.
I was like, wait, Michael's saying he likes male ponies. You can technically quote that.
they're all mares though.
Yeah, but we don't know how. We can choose the spelling.
It would be misleading.
I like male ponies. You said that.
No,
You know, yes. He's a colt cuddler, yes.
no. Why do you know that term?
He says it.
No,
And why do I know that term? Then why do you know that term?
no. Why did he know that term?
Uh-huh. Why do you know the term?
I don't clearly.
Then how do you know it's a term? Are you looking up colt cuddling stuff?
No. Or
Well, what's the equivalent with
Philly Fooler?
Philly Fooler? I was thinking about wasn't a mare?
Hmm?
Mare matriarch?
I've never heard that one.
Derpy makes it back, making the run in 4 parsecs, grabs a root beer from another pony and says, "And still cold."
No, they could certainly do a lot more in the G4. I mean, I did like that G5 took place in the same universe. The worst part about it is they kind of picked and chose which lore applied and which didn't.
So,
You can't adopt another universe and then decide which parts do and don't apply. If you're going to work within that universe, you have to work by the story of that universe. It's...
I think this will work.
Yeah. Like cutie marks. Should have been on both sides. Unless they had some story reason for it to have changed. Which I would have accepted if they had ever gotten around to it, but they didn't. What else? There was a few things that kind of bugged me. But maybe I'll think of them after I drink some more beers. Oh, Sparky having wings as a baby. Shouldn't have had wings.
You could have just stopped at Sparky.
Yeah, just Sparky.
Whoever thought we're gonna make an infant dragon that's just the stupidest thing and it's literally a one-trick pony
Yeah.
of stupidity, and they never just abandon him in a dumpster. I mean, I guess gotta make kids not have bad lessons. They gotta learn things. No, throw them in a dumpster. It's probably where they found them. They should put them back.
I think the only reason Sparky existed is because every version of Pony had a baby dragon, and the baby dragon was almost always Spike. but they couldn't do Spike because Spike was already an established character in that universe.
So they thought, okay, well, Spike's always been really dumb.
yeah.
So how do we go lower on that? They were trying to play limbo by just putting the bar on the ground. And like, yeah, it can work.
What else was there that basically just broke the lore? Sunny already knowing a lot of magic the second she became an alicorn. It was very well established that learning any kind of advanced magic took a great deal of schooling, which she never had.
I could kind of understand that, like, she got her magic from friendship and maybe like it gave her not the knowledge of, but this innate ability to do it. Sure. But also the fact that she just magically became an alicorn didn't make any sense either.
Well, she became an alicorn through the gems, which were created by the Elements of Harmony.
Yeah, but that's a Deus Ex Machina.
Well, the Elements always decided who became an alicorn.
Yeah, but she wasn't an alicorn.
She was like an alicorn with a light switch. It was
Yeah,
weird.
that was what it was.
Yeah.
Why did Twilight not get that?
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense. I
For
agree.
Twilight, they literally created appendages where for there, they're like, oh, I guess maybe like when she wants it.
Maybe because it wasn't the true Elements of Harmony, that they were like faux elements. I don't know. The gems themselves, if you followed the comics, are fairly interesting. The Pegasus, Earth, and Unicorn gems, because they were kind of created by force by Twilight and her friends from the Elements. The Elements didn't want to create them; they were manipulated into creating them. Which is, I have to think, is a general no-no. It wouldn't surprise me if they lost control of the Elements after creating them, because they created them. Similar to how Celestia lost control of the Elements after sending her sister to the moon.
They'll let you do a thing, but if you use it for such, they'll be like, you bad.
Yeah.
Bad, bad, bad. You might have saved your country, but you got rid of one person, so bad, bad.
Yes. Well, basically, yeah, the Elements, basically they use the Elements to create the gems to invent an ultimatum against pony kind that they either had to get along or else. That's what they are. Which I kind of like the comics, because Discord's trying to destroy them because he believes if he destroys them, he'll destroy pony magic. But in reality, he would just unleash pony magic back to the way it was. But he didn't know that. He didn't succeed anyways, so...
Wait, so the Lord of Chaos didn't succeed, but stupid little friend group did?
Well, they never managed to destroy them. They were still in the Bright House at the end of the series.
Okay, they didn't destroy them. So essentially he was trying to do a Thanos.
He saw pony magic coming back as a problem because he thought the wars would start again. So he was trying to destroy the gems because he didn't understand them. He just couldn't. He could not destroy them because they were built of harmony. But he was trying. And he was being very methodical about it. It's like, I learned that it's a trick. If you don't know how to do something, you experiment. Pony taught that to me. He's talking about Twilight. Who was doing a Thanos? Discord was attempting to do a Thanos.
Yeah, he's doing a Thanos because Thanos, after he got what he wanted from the thing, destroyed the thing so that it couldn't be used again. So he snapped his snappers. Are they made from the cremation ashes of ponies turned into gems?
No.
Ah, yes. Is that? Well, I mean, that could be because it's condensed carbon. Is that right? Yeah. So sure. Maybe that's what all the elements of harmony were like. The Philosopher's Stones in Full Metal Alchemist. They just they took tons of millions of mares.
No, just mares.
Just mares. They condensed the best, and then they put them out in a field, and they said that there's going to be smooches in the field, and then they all went there, and then they activated the magic, and then out of the millions of mares, they made a failure crystal, so they had to try again.
They threw that one out.
Yeah, just like they can see the hoof on there. Just opens a trash can. They toss it in. Like, all right,
That one didn't
attempt
work.
27.
Oh no.
Ponies like rabbits. They just reproduce so quick.
I believe it.
Yeah, but at that point there were still billions of mares.
Just,
You could just melt them down, no problem.
oh no.
So many melted mares. But just imagine, like, you could hold in your hand millions of mares. You keep booping the crystal. Every boop is like thousands of boops.
On the boops. You
Yes.
hear them cry out.
Like, wow, I can feel their boopers melted into this diamond.
It's horrible.
Yes. Cheers, Zoe.
I actually did really like the story of the gems because it's one of those we did what we had to do, even if it was like, because essentially what they did was put all of pony magic inside the gems so that and they were activated only if ponies were being harmonious. Then ponies would get their magic, and if they weren't being harmonious, it would lock their magic away. So it was basically get along or your magic will be taken from you. And in the show, up to the point that we watched it, they were still misinterpreting it as, this is the source of pony magic. To get pony magic back with these, we can have our magic back. But in reality, if those gems were destroyed, pony magic would return to as it was before. Completely free. It was not their first choice, but they felt like they didn't have a choice by the time because things got really bad. It was a war, and a lot of ponies died.
Mares?
Like, there's a reason there's only like 3 towns left, with a few sparse towns otherwise. I think the only time they really go into how bad it got was Discord, where he says, where Fluttershy leaves a message, and they go, "Oh, hi, Big Dirt." It's Big Dirt. I'm gonna look that Discord just says she recorded that before she knew how bad it was going to get, or she's still being optimistic about the future. It's like apparently at some point it got so bad that even Fluttershy was not optimistic for the future.
Like that one animation where they're like, where they went and hunted down the, what was the ghost pony things?
The Bridalwood episode?
No, it was an animation from a fan animation where they're like, what the things from the Emperor Pudding Pop or whatever, the Christmas Story, and the ghost ponies that would fly around and like of disharmony.
Oh, the Wendigos.
Wendigos, yeah. When like,
She hunted them down.
yeah, they hunted them down.
She was upset she did that. Mm-hmm.
Because then there was no threat against people being disharmonious.
Yeah. It's like, my bad.
Yeah, there's 3 of them right there. Those are my kills.
Yes. And that is a good animation.
See, I almost just did that. I included face in the rounding and it would have destroyed the facial stuff. That's why. If you do lip syncing first, always have a separate face to copy paste from in case you mess up.
I am, again, sad that they never got to Skyros, because that was what was supposed to happen at the end of the season they were on now. So they were supposed to reach Skyros, which is where alicorns are from. So it was basically giving Celestia and Luna a backstory, and that they came from Skyros, which was essentially a pony Mount Olympus.
Well, are they under NDA anymore?
I imagine they will be for like 5 years. That's how
For
long,
Gen 5 anyway.
Yeah, for Gen 5. Gen 4
But
is out of...
whatever lore is from that place, is that lore from previously too?
No.
Okay,
They were
and
adding.
so you like the new lore for the universe in Gen 5 more than G4?
No.
Well, then why
It
would
was
you want to know
additional
about it?
lore.
You were like, wow, this story is not as good as G4. I want more.
As long
Tell
as
me
it doesn't
more.
conflict with the G4
What if they
lore,
had like a town that was just made of chocolate fondue fountains?
well, that'd be great.
And it was all stallions.
No, gross.
Yeah, but that's lore now.
I wouldn't eat that chocolate. Stallions touched it.
But I mean, like, that's the lore.
No, I reject that one.
You can't
It's
choose.
got too many stallions in it. I mean, I was all out. I was totally up for new lore as long as it didn't conflict with the existing lore. But the problem with G5 is they often conflicted, which was not great. Hasbro, I know you're listening. So just
You always say that.
they're listening.
They're not
totally
listening.
They're waiting for you to like their opening so they can just come at you with cease and desist orders.
I don't think you're helping.
I'm jinxing you right now. They're picking that up on their like radar systems.
On their copyright radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get it on FM.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, AM.
They're old people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All
well.
the CEOs.
Yeah, they're all old white men. Our
No.
government and all CEOs are all just old white men.
Yeah, for the most part. Not like exclusive, but
I saw a joke because they're talking about like Trump's cabinet or something, and they're like, notice a trend, and it was all old white men. I'm like, great.
all people who
Let's all have even representation.
yeah, that shouldn't surprise anyone.
No. I mean,
I am. I know.
wait, why aren't you rich? You're old, you're white.
I have a portfolio.
Haha. You're sitting in a basement looking at horse stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of people who would like this chair. Kinda. Maybe. You'd regret it. No, it's great. I get to watch him slowly move this horse a little bit at a time. It's fantastic. Look at her bounce. Her legs are breaking. Blue bubble gum.
Bubblegum?
Yeah. I got blue bubble gum.
I think I went too far on that bend. It should be a bit better.
My only hope at this point is that I have at least enough money in my various accounts that when I die, I can leave it to somebody and be like, and they will reply, he was okay. He was fine that time I met him.
Yeah, but you don't have any. Where's your money set to go right now?
My sister.
All of it?
Pretty much.
All of it. So you don't need. To your sister, not to your nieces or nephews.
Shit, well, it's technically would go to my mom right now.
Yeah, okay.
But, if I outlive my mom, maybe. It would go to my sister. And I'm fine with that because it'd be dead. I don't care. She
Well,
could say,
you
like,
said you don't care,
was
but you
nice.
do care because you want people to do. You should care. You could pick. You could have it go to like an equine fund for like saving horses.
I don't want to save horses. I want to mutate them into talking horses.
Well, there you go.
I don't care how many horses have to die to make this happen.
You can do that too.
Horrible mad scientist lab situation. Just a dude with a CRISPR and a dream. It's like, I finally got one to talk. Its first words were kill me. But that's progress.
For some reason, he gave us all his stock, but he had purchased all of it in Hasbro. But all he did was talk trash of Hasbro. He couldn't help himself.
It's like they finally got a talking horse. But the scientist's daughter disappeared and it just kept saying Edward. So it's fine though. See, that's what I need to put the money into is figuring out how to move a brain into a different body so I can just have my brain put inside of a horse body and I'll live forever. And a horse has a horse. Sounds great. See, that's where the money needs to be going. Elect me president, and I'll figure out a way to get our brains into horse bodies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that by saying that, the like 4 Americans that are in chat give you that vote.
Yeah. Horse body.
Yeah,
for
except for
everybody.
they'll be like, it just says Michael.
Yeah.
Like, which Michael? Actually, I never got that. Say an American, you can vote. You can write in a vote.
Yeah, you can.
Say you put John Smith.
Yeah.
Which one?
If enough people vote for John Smith, they'll figure it out.
Which John Smith though?
Yes. That one, the one people talk about. The
Well,
one-
like, but what if I went and like said I voted for somebody that's on the list, but not the one that's there, same name? I'm just gonna write it in.
yeah.
Like, there's a different Donald
No
Trump.
write-in has ever gotten even 0.5% of a vote.
On a presidential election, no, but there are cities and stuff that Donald Duck has won mayor,
Yeah.
but he just never showed up for his inauguration, so I went to the incumbent.
Yeah. That's
So
rough.
that's
rough.
yeah, I know it is, but it's funny that they can do that. But
So
names are a little difficult.
So how far do you think I would get with my stance, my running campaign being implanting all of our brains into horse bodies? We'll put all the government's funding into it, all of it.
Well, I think you could run as a Democrat because it seems that they just are doing great.
Well, no, we just stop funding schools and police and healthcare and just put it all into horse brain transplants. We'll get there.
I think I have a different move that got. Yeah,
I'm gonna be a pony. I'm pretty sure everybody in chat supports this idea. They're all gonna vote for me. It's gonna be great.
yeah, Michael for president.
Yep.
Yeah, if
Horse
you
bodies for everybody.
and if you're not American, it's fine because apparently our system supposedly allows that. So just you can vote on your toasters.
Vote on your rice makers.
Yes, that's how our American system works now, according to Fox News.
Yes. Truckloads of Cuban.
What is Cuban?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
Just truckloads of his clones.
Yes. Truckloads of clones are voting. It's just tons of Mark Cubans.
2010 election, I voted for Burt Gummer. Who was that? I'm missing something. The Foundation of Forced Equine Evolution. The FFEE. The fee. They wouldn't do that. Go on TV and just lie.
We'd be happier. as
Yeah, just make
horses,
promises.
man. It's like, don't y'all think we'd be happier as horses? Well, vote for me. Get us there. Just munching grass all day. Pooping wherever we feel like.
Wait, that's changing?
Wait. That's you. The cat was allowed to do that, not you.
It did. Yeah, because I brought up cat on Sunday. We don't have a cat anymore. It didn't work out. So
Exploded.
it is in a different home now. It did not want to be home here. So I will be looking after Thanksgiving for a different one. Or a different two, hopefully.
Multiple.
Is that the card of ponies to make the failure gem? Yeah, we're going to grind them up.
No grinding ponies. No scoodaloos. No foot grinder.
Into the Philly grinder you go.
Download that app. Philly grinder.
Burt Gummer is from Tremors. Oh, the actor did a spoof advertisement.
Oh, yeah.
He actually got votes.
Yeah. I don't know why people waste their time like that. It's weird.
If you're going to go vote, thing is, there's like two sides of the argument. Like, it feels like by writing somebody in, you're wasting your vote. But if you don't like either candidate, then it feels like you're not voting for who you want. You're voting against the worst, the one you think is the worst. And more over the
Just
past,
stay home.
but over more and more over the past like few decades, it's just become more about voting against the person you don't want, not voting for the person you do want. And it's I
think equally, or both are equally valid.
Yeah, but it's no longer you're saying I'm going to vote for the lesser evil instead of the better candidate. And I don't like that. It's just, for most people, that's what it's come down to, is you're not voting for that person because you want that person. You're doing it because you don't want that person. And that's not the mentality it should be.
It's a matter of policy. There are things that I don't want, and there are things that I do want. And I think that they hold equal value.
I know, but when you got down to where they both have a large amount of things that you don't want, but you don't have any other choice, then it's, what do they call, is it a straw man? I can't remember what they call that. I thought what was it when you're given the idea that there's only two choices? It's a fallacy.
Often in this country, there is only really two choices.
Yeah. False dilemma fallacy. Either or fallacy. A false dilemma is a logical fallacy. It presents only two options or sides to an issue when there are actually more complexities. Yeah, that's what it kind of is. It's the false dilemma fallacy, where it feels like, there's only two choices. Technically, there isn't, and some people make the option to do that, but then they're said that they've wasted their vote in that regard, when really they're like, neither. I don't want either of these, and it's just, our system is stupid. But I mean, really, anything more than a two-party system is so hard to maintain.
Well, a lot of countries do it.
And we have
England
other
has
parties.
Multiple parties.
We have other parties, but we've been so ingrained that it has to be one or the other. But then we get so, if we had a third party that was of decent control, I think a lot of our problems would go away, just because we are so much on black and white. There is no gray. It has to be this or this. And every policy one side has is the complete opposite of the policies of the other. They can't, if one says one thing, the other one has to say the opposite.
Well,
it's so,
one party's built themselves as the opposition party.
Yeah, but everything in that way.
Yeah.
And then until one side starts getting advantages from doing that, then they'll just start kind of saying it too. Our system is stupid.
Well,
most politics is stupid.
We should have a no party system. That's how it was at the start, but it didn't last.
No, parties are easier for funding.
Yes.
When you can start having people pumping tons of money into things.
It would be better if we were running on policies than parties, but that's not.
But that also requires that people put the time into researching,
yes,
and figure, because if you have 5 people to choose from, that's 5 people to pick from. But if it's one or the other, you can just be like, where do I generally lean that way? And then you just grab that one, and it's just the nice, easy choice. We're lazy when it comes to politics, and people take advantage of it.
I admittedly got a little frustrated with one person in a conversation recently who was claiming that one of the recent candidates didn't have any platforms. I'm like, they did. Your inability to have sat down and listened to them because they didn't fit into 5-second TikTok clips does not mean they did not have platforms of which they were running on.
Yeah,
frustrated.
There's information out there that just the smaller the office, or depending on how much of a budget they have to throw it in your face, it's just you have to go find it. But the information's out there.
Well, yes, but there's also the issue where if it doesn't work in a quick clip, a lot of people will never see it because they don't have time for anything but build the wall or make America great again. Anything past that.
Catchy slogans
slogans.
We're big on slogans.
Yeah. Like, if you actually have to sit down and explain something, people like drift off and then go watch play Fortnite or something. I don't know. Kids.
Yes, the 8-year-olds voting. See, that's what our problem is. Those 8-year-olds are out there stealing the votes
by the truckload. Clones of 8-year-olds. I'm just frustrated with people, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to America.
Mm-hmm. I also want another drink.
I need to go use the restroom, though. Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
So that one is kind of hoppy, though?
Yeah, it's a little hoppy.
Okay, yeah, there's one more. I'd probably pass on it though. I'll probably grab something from the cooler though too. So do you want me to just grab you another random?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to grab it those?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Don't take your
Oh,
time.
there's blue moons. I have oranges now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, what's bothering me? That butt, that freaking hitch butt is just like hanging out. I think we need to cover that up. Just there. Where are the horsies? Wagon props. No, we called dead horsies, but they're not dead. They're sleepy horsies. We need to cover up that hitch butt. No. Hmm. Now we can't see it no more. Much better. This is being glued. Get it. So that's proper coverage. There. Perfect. Now we don't have to look at it more. Success. We'll fix this too. Not dead. Sleepy. We sleep, slappy. Sleepy, no? Okay. Fixed. He's coming back. So. Just leave that back. He's not coming back. He exploded. Fix Sunny. She's still a little off. There we go. Okay. That's better. Hey, you must go. Bye bye, eyes. If I'm elected, My Little Pony G6 will have more action adventure elements and more smooching, more relationship smooches. Welcome back. Oh, a twisted tea. Look at that. Look, Trixie's tall.
What is? Why is Sunny mounting Hitch?
No, she's covering his butt. He was being lewd.
No, I think she's like. I think I will. This is just purely a quote from Murder Party. Pig.
Pig.
Peg.
Peg. Oh.
When he does that, when you do the peg mini game, he'll sometimes go pigs.
Well, Trixie's tall. That's the only thing you see here. Nothing else. Because Hitch's butt is covered as is proper.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the foam. Why'd you do this to me? So you listed up Trixie and I quoted that. Shoot. Did you quote it? I don't see a quote.
I didn't quote nothing.
What were you saying?
Say nothing. I just fixed his covered at the butt. Made Trixie tall.
Oh, no.
Does he feel big?
Mm.
Drink your beer.
Oh, I made it worse.
How'd you make it worse?
I bumped it.
Just slurp up all of the foam.
No, slurping up foam is bad.
Ew.
I don't like slurping up foam.
Why'd you make so much foam then?
Because I wasn't paying attention. And I was trying to pour it inside the glass, but the orange was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think 1 or 2 other blue moons out there. Though like, these beers have went through like a lot of temperature swings.
Fine, that's what
I think 50s are the warmest they got, thankfully. But maybe, no, they're in the cooler, so probably 50s.
They never got hot.
No. There's a little left in the can. I want to get rid of it.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, now it's good.
Oh, Trixie must go. Her people need her. She's lifting off.
Michael?
Mm-hmm. She's covering up that butt.
Well, I think she's doing
No,
something.
she's covering up his butt.
This is lewd, Michael.
It's not lewd. She's made it unlewd.
Michael.
She made it
What have you done?
She made it not lewd. Trixie is tall. Look how tall Trixie is. There's a bunch of cookies by the door.
Were you were you trying to do something else, ran out of time, and just left her like that?
Mm-hmm. She covered his lewd butt.
Wait, why is she over there?
Oh.
I think a little bit of beer on the table. All right. A little bit of an up bounce. Oh, with that.
Yeah, she's just yelling at that cart of sleepy ponies.
Actually, I might do a little bit more of a twist, maybe on the neck here. No, maybe not. No. Might work if I did a whole body twist. Let me see here. What do they look like when they're there?
That's the whole scene again.
This one?
Yeah, I'm just concerned.
Ah, thanks very much. Not at all. See you on Thursday. Right.
Everything look okay?
I don't know. What did you do?
I'm just making sure her legs aren't still weirdly long.
No.
I think they
No, they're fine. I undid it. I undid everything.
Okay.
No, like if you sneak stuff in and you don't tell me what you modified because it's like weirdly
I'm not gonna do
visible.
that to you. I would never do that to you or the sleepy ponies.
See you on Thursday. Right. Thursday. Right. See you on Thursday. Right.
I missed one of these videos in a major way. Pretty sure you wouldn't talk to me for like a week.
Well, anything you do, I have backups, so I can always recover from. But if it was like 2 hours of work and for something, then yes, I would probably be very frustrated with you.
Yes. I don't want that. It made me sad. Let's think so you can get away with it to correct. Just have two ponies smooching in the background. Just trying to get out. I still need to put the sleepy pony sign on the cart. Be like the ketchup. You don't want it to imply Celestia got murdered. You want to imply that ketchup got all over the place. I don't know. I have Final Fantasy on the brain, man.
You also like strangely off center.
My head looks weirdly big today. Cool.
I didn't even look at that till now. That's better. Now people can see you.
Wonderful. Oh no, that implies worse. Also, it's a human skull.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna just randomly pull out that from, like, not that. Go this way, that's right. Come on, grab the body, not the there. Okay. Okay. Do-do-do.
It's a big sound.
Oh, I probably should scale it down. It's gonna move it back to the left when I scale it down.
Yeah, they don't always put like good pivot points on these models.
It depends on what it was used for. That sign itself could have been used in other specific situations that it would have made sense to have it there. But for me, it doesn't.
That's a bad sign. I don't like that sign. Sign's weird. So he's just trying to get her 8 hours.
They were doing a Boy Scout thing,
Mm-hmm.
like they're doing a scout trip, like
Okay.
4-H or something.
Yeah,
This is the one badge they got.
for killing a guy.
I made fun of in playing Final Fantasy 16. They do this thing like where you go and do a mission for somebody and they're like, oh, but let me give you this little patch so that when people see you, they know that you're representing me. And they've given me like 12 at this point. And I'm like, every time I get one, I'm like, oh yay, I got a new Boy Scout for my badge. Like I'm the best Boy Scout ever.
I have kind of gotten the impression that you're enjoying playing it, but you don't consider it as good as 16 as good as 15.
16 has well-crafted, very detailed environments, but that's because they're walled in.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as hallway simulator as 13.
Mm-hmm.
13 was very, very like you were at a road and nothing you can move past. This has much larger environments, which is nice, but they still feel very walled in. You can see in the maps just like how things go. So there's really no open world to it. The quests are neat and the story is interesting, but I don't think it's the best story that's ever existed. The best part of the whole game is the cinematic cutscenes. Yeah. There are boss fights that take well over an hour, and not like that it's a lot. It's just that there's a lot going on, and one of them was basically Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Yeah,
Like you remember the first fight in that where you're like jumping over missiles and stuff.
that sounds very cool.
To rules of nature. Like it was an amazing scene because they're like missiles and you're literally jumping from missile to missiles. Like that was essentially what that fight scene was.
Yeah,
It was really neat. But other than those big fight scenes, you're playing an interactive movie that is allowing you a ton of interaction at a great detail. Mm-hmm. Some of the scenes have just been gloriously beautiful, like and how they've done it. And the cinematography has always been great. But other than that, I played better. It's not, I wouldn't put it in my top 5 or anything. I would say Final Fantasy 7 is better. Final Fantasy 8 is probably better.
All the
13
PlayStation
isn't.
ones.
13 isn't. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a solid title. It just doesn't fit up to other ones, I think. What is your top 5 games? Top 5 Final Fantasies or top 5 games? Because it's really hard to say top 5 games because it's really dependent on mood. Games overall. Oh,
I mean, you could just go how many hours on Steam, but that's not.
That's fair. A partial one.
That's like a point.
It's something to go off of, like no profile. Because like I have 705 hours in Dungeon Defenders, but nowadays I wouldn't consider it to be like my favorite top 5.
You have way more time in Satisfactory than I realized, and I would have guessed, honestly.
Well, I would say part of that is I like ran it for like 2 days straight just to try to get the one achievement, but even that adds up to like 40 hours out of almost 500. So that last Satisfactory was really good, but I don't know if I put it in my top 5. Like I really like Deep Rock, but again, I don't know about top 5. Borderlands 2 is a maybe. I have a lot of good memories about it. I still have to go get those damn last 2 achievements.
I don't know that hours played. There's a really good measure.
But I would have to say, what would I consider today my favorite games? Well, I like this one still, Firefall. It's not taken off Steam. Like I do really like, and I actually started playing it again, Against the Storm. It's probably right now in my top 5. It's such an addicting game. I love the aesthetics. I love the music. I love everything about it. So this one's really good. Slay the Spire would probably be up there, but again, it's really hard to say top 5.
I would say my top game of all time, only because it was a big deal in my childhood, is King's Quest 6.
Yeah, because if you're going back that far, it's like I probably wouldn't go play those anymore. Like I remember like Dr. Bachter's Bean Machine and NBA Jam. Those were like big games I played when I was younger. But again, it's so hard to say top 5 with those.
I would still say King's Quest 6, Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. I got a friend to replay that one. I replayed it, or did he? No, he played it. And
well, I guess in terms of experiences, then I'd probably put like Halo 2. Halo 1, I had a lot of really good memories for doing like LAN games and stuff, but Halo 2, like we did the midnight release of the game, playing that game hundreds of hours with friends. Going into Halo 3, but I'd probably say Halo 3 is less so than Halo 2. Tons of hours online. I did a lot of Halo 2 art and modding. So Halo 2 would probably be in my top 5 for like, maybe not top games, but like influential games that had a big effect on me. I learned a lot about cinematography and photo taking from Halo 2. Surprisingly.
Like one of the reasons I'm really a huge fan of Disco Elysium is because it, for the first time in probably 2 decades, it captured a magic that existed in point-and-click adventure games that was there when I was a kid and hasn't been there in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a huge fan of Disco Elysium, I strongly recommend reaching back in time and playing Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers.
Gabriel.
Yes, the narrator is fantastic. You will get a similar experience, just far more pixelated, maybe. Still beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Actually, let me go back to my playtime because I think there are some games that I don't have a lot of hours in, but I still consider them to be some of my favorite games ever. Valheim, I really want to say that it's an amazing game.
5.
Maybe not top 5, but when it's done, maybe.
Not much for story.
Final Fantasy 15 has a special place for me. I have 157 hours on here, but this was after I've already beat it 100% on PlayStation as well. So that's different. Titan Quest and Mortal Throne, they must have a different re-release of it.
Bioshock 2 is like the worst Bioshock. Sorry. Fallout New Vegas is good. It is.
Torchlight has a special place for me too, but I guess I wouldn't put it top 5. Chained Echoes. That's such a good game. I want more from that universe.
Yeah.
I thought I had 100 hours in there.
64.
That was to get all the achievements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chained Echoes had a very interesting story. I really want to see more from
Sunset, Lego, Lord of the Rings.
that. I have so many games that apparently just gone.
Yeah.
This was Divinity
How's Fable
2.
3 gone.
I have 53 hours in Divinity 2, and that's made by Larian.
Why is Fable 3 gone? I'm actually upset by that.
It's probably a re-release of some sort, like a remaster. And then they just are having you buy it again. Because there's a couple of games that I played not long ago. Like Sea of Stars, I really liked, but I kind of say, I think the art in Sea of Stars is better, but Chained Echoes had a better story
Pacific
and
Drive
better combat.
had a good story. I did enjoy
Pacific
it.
Drive was really
And a
good.
pretty good universe.
How would I have 42 hours in Blender?
I know. When are you gonna like start making horses in Blender?
How the hell did I have? It had to have sat open or something. Dreamscaper. That's actually a really good game. Beautiful music, interesting gameplay.
Hey, there's this Elysium. You should totally play that.
I can't believe we have 30 hours in it already. Oh wow, this is like the bad
Nice
version of
try.
Fantasy. I never finished it. The Pixel
not a good
remaster I
sign.
might go back to do. It's just it was one of those like not so good ports. Dredge was really good. RoboQuest I had a lot of I'm surprised I only have 26
Blender the
hours.
pony.
See, like Deus Ex Human Revolution had a re-release.
I think I played it. I wasn't a huge fan. I played it through.
Don't play this the game. It's
Last
it's,
Remnant.
it's a Square Enix title. Combat's horrid. It's stupid. Don't play it. It's bad.
Overlord was kind of fun.
Overlord was. Legend of Keepers is actually pretty good. I have surprisingly 22 hours in it.
I have a shit ton of time surviving
Ooh,
Mars.
Cobalt Core is
I haven't
really
played
good.
much.
I've actually there's a song from Cobalt Core. I forgot what it's called now. I probably listened to the song like 1,000 times. It's so good, and if I need to really focus at work, I play it on repeat. It's the Cobalt Core's music is gorgeous. I played Gemini 2. What the hell is that? Last time I played it was apparently 8. I don't even remember playing it 8 years ago though. I tried playing Inkbound. It's okay. Well, there's a couple like super interesting, like I would say great story driven games that left something on me, but I just can't remember
Like-
what they are.
BioShock was a good game, which is why I'm surprised.
Inscription. Ooh, that's actually got to be close up there. It
You only played 14 hours.
it's because that was to finish the game.
Yeah.
It was not what I was expecting in the best way possible.
You didn't finish Half-Life.
Half-Life?
No.
How did I not finish it?
14 hours? There's no way.
I don't have any achievements either.
Yeah. Bastion was good.
Bastion was
Bastion
good,
was
but last
great.
time I played was 2014.
Yeah, well, it's still good.
I do have Remnant 2. I gotta try that one. I'm looking for this. Just Merchant of the Skies is surprisingly good. I got it in a humble bundle, but I got 100% of the achievements pretty quick.
The hours you have in Frostpunk make me sad.
What?
You just had it, Frostpunk.
Yeah, it's 9.6. It's inverse nice.
For Stray.
It's not my type of game.
Did you know in Stray you can play as Rainbow Dash?
Ooh, not Super Monday Night Combat, but Monday Night Combat. I missed that game. Has anybody played Monday Night Combat before? It was kind of like a third-person team-based like TF2 type thing, but it was I loved that game. Then they came out with Super Monday Night Combat where they tried to make it a MOBA and it slowed the gameplay down significantly, and it was not good. And I think it just tanked the company. And it was not good. Monday Night Combat though, that one's, I think you can still buy it, but the servers aren't even up. It's stupid. This one I do need to go back to. I went and listened to a whole thing that talked about the entire story before the game.
It's convoluted as hell. It makes
No,
sense.
but there's a video somebody I watched on YouTube. They did 30 minutes where they talked exactly all the lore of the story based on what was in the game and what was provided outside the game of the entire creation of the world up until the point the game starts.
Yeah.
And even into the game a bit. So it's actually neat because it provides you, and I think they're doing it over 3 videos through the whole story of the entire universe, well over an hour long.
Yeah.
Very interesting how much detail they went into.
The
Titanfall 2. Ooh, that in terms of story, that actually is
It
a
was
memorable
a short, very good single player.
Yeah. Stackland's surprisingly good. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that. Oh, don't play I'm Satsuna. It has a weird, really stupid glitch that if you don't hit the right buttons when you're saving, it just won't save, but it will say save successful, and they've never patched it because they stopped caring. It happened to me 3 times,
Rough.
and I gave up. So interesting gameplay. It was trying to be like Chrono Trigger, but game breaking if it's saying you saved and you didn't actually save.
Yeah.
Ugh. Spec Ops: The Line. I'm surprised it's only 5.3 hours.
It's not a super long game.
No, but it's a good game.
And I don't think you can buy it anymore.
I wish Quantum Break was actually good. It's
think
neat.
If you own it, you have it, but if you don't, you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
Unless you steal it. Torrent it. Spec Ops: The Lines is one of those. It's a military shooter that takes a hard look at military shooters.
You know
what
what?
it is.
Dungeon Encounters was a neat concept, but it has a thing in there where randomly you can run on a tile that will somebody from your party will drop onto a random tile somewhere amongst billions of other tiles, and you have to go find them.
Rough.
And so somebody said they were like right towards the end of the game, and one of their critical characters literally got dropped off, and it would have taken them dozens of hours to find them, and they just said, "Well, I'm done." And it happened to me pretty early on, and I said, "Well, I'm done. I'm not playing that."
Oh wow, you only have 2 hours in the Stanley Parable?
I beat it. Well, okay, I beat lots of things in it. I did a lot of runs through it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else
You
on
don't
here that
beat
stands
the
out.
Stanley Parable.
Yeah, because this is all getting into games that I probably only half played.
I kind of wanted to do a pony mod for Surgeon Simulator.
Oh my god,
I talked about that one for a while.
I'm at like an hour. Oh, these are the games that I've just never touched that I just own.
Pretty much.
What's the game I have the least amount of time in?
The one you haven't played?
No, just least amount of time.
You gotta scroll down. to know that.
Okay, there we go. V 1 minute. If I remember right, it was one of the games that was in. You had to play for the Portal 2 event.
Yeah.
I have
It's basically Super Meat Boy. If anybody ever played that, that's what that game is.
a lot of these have 1 minute. It's weird. Titan Quest. We got re-release. But yeah. So yeah, hard question to answer.
Not for me.
My game right now that I would say is like my favorite game. Against the Storm is probably is up there. That's why I've been wanting to go back and play it again. I just decided to say screw it and started doing it.
I would very highly recommend. It's a game from my childhood, and I've probably brought it up a few times. But if you enjoyed Disco Elysium, which is like hammer on the head of the nail for me in terms of like what kind of games I truly, really deeply enjoy.
If you did like story-driven games, this is an old one.
Doesn't have to be an old one just because I'm old.
This one.
I've heard.
Planescape
good
Torment.
things, yeah.
This is apparently what it was told as the best story-driven game until Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
It is a Disco Elysium prior to it. You still can level up stuff. You can still put points into things. If it kind of has a Diablo-esque feel to it, but it's apparently one of the best stories in a video game that's ever came out. So like it's rated 93% positive on the re-release, and a lot of it just saying the greatest story ever told in the context of a video game. The combat is bad, and there's not much getting around that. But if you don't like reading this game, it's as next to nothing for you. But if you do like reading and characters that are nuanced and interesting, this is the Moby Dick of video game storytelling.
I will have to check it
Best
out.
rated game of all time.
I need something as a distraction. and
Well,
I'm
the
like,
best part about this is it's $20 on here, but if you dig around,
spending $20. I don't mind spending $20.
no, you can. I think I bought it on here. No, maybe not there. Yeah, like I think I bought it for like
$16.
actually no, you don't even need to borrow it. You're on my family.
Yeah,
You can just play it. So yeah, I would recommend it. I haven't played it myself yet. I got it for like $4, so that's why I have it.
Yeah, I might actually do that. That sounds like a good time. But the game I was going to recommend is Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers. It's one of the very first video games that I'm aware of that came out that after it was released, the story alone was so compelling that they released it as a book. You could just read.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
How did they get that voice in there, though?
That's just her voice.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking in the game or the book?
The book.
I guess you just have to have it in your head. Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers was the very first video game, and I think they were quite proud of this fact in the trailers for the video game, that had a full Hollywood cast. Like, it's Mark Hamill, Tim Curry, the woman from King of Queens. I don't remember her name. She was the wife.
Wow, she's so famous.
I can't remember her name. She was on Blossom too. She was still a Hollywood cast. Michael Dorn is in it. Some famous Shakespearean British actor whose name I don't know.
Well, did you mention your favorite actor of all time?
Tim Curry?
Yeah, okay.
Mark Hamill's also there. He's very prevalent.
Does he play the Jamaican lady?
He does not. I can't remember her name, but she's fairly famous too. They were all big Hollywood actors who voiced all the characters in that game. And I still remember watching the trailer for the game. Tim Curry's like this is the future of like movies. This is what movies are gonna be.
Well,
and I'm just like,
and that's
okay,
like
man.
to me, Final Fantasy 16. A lot of it is just movie.
Yeah.
There was so many times that I was playing, and by the time I went to go grab my controller, it'd shut off. But even the fight scenes were movies. It was just like you watching a bunch of things that you're not actually fighting and barely doing anything with. It was like Zone of the Enders for Final Fantasy. But
Right.
in some ways, that's a good thing. And actually, if I remember right, they even have that as a tag.
All those people are so old. Everybody I just named
Yeah,
is so old.
it's
now.
called a Spectacle Fighter.
Yeah.
What other games are in there? That Mortal Kombat makes sense. Party Animals?
Turtles, Shredders.
I do want to play Splinter Fate.
Oh, that's the new one that just came out.
That's, well, kind of. It's been on Switch for a while. It's Hades, but with turtles.
Nice.
It's actually rated pretty good. It's very positive.
I still want Turtles in Time to get released on Steam. I'm upset that it hasn't been yet.
How is Final Fantasy VII that? I thought that was still more of the traditional, but that's... Oh, no, that's a remake. I played that one.
I'm going to be right back.
I've been wanting to actually... I played it on PlayStation, but I've been wanting to get this one because I never played the Yuki portion of it. Or Yuffie. Game Beast, I really would consider that a spec... How is that a spectacle fighter? I don't get it. Hi, Nolan. I have some kind of a dip, but her head's kind of already moving differently. And this is already a slow scene. It's kind of weird to have that done. But she needs to move in some way. Let's do this and I'll adjust the head. Has anybody got fun plans for the weekend? We're planning to... We're going to the place that sells the Renfair mead They're up about an hour north of us. We're gonna go up there and fill up some food safe containers because you get 50% off if you fill up your own container, and we're gonna do that tomorrow. Also pick up a cat tower that a coworker has.
I hope the next cat's not a bit more house trained, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they should definitely be. I had my car in for an oil change and some other stuff today, and Adam drove me over there, and we stopped at the cat cafe because I just said I'd buy him a coffee for driving me over there, and got to see some of the cats there. And there's one that was just sitting in the window with his face to the window, just staring in. We're like, hello, and he was just chilling there. Another one came over, and I remember seeing the one online. I think he's like 6 months old, and he was bouncing all over the place. But yeah, there was a lot of good cats in there. One of them was actually really cute.
Kitten would be a handful, but then you're guaranteed a house cat at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually got there. I didn't realize it's a cafe. What time do they open?
I would hope like 9.
Well, most cafes that I know open at like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
No, 10.
Yeah.
So we got there at 9:57, not knowing that they weren't open at 7. And so we're like, oh. But the lady came to the door a couple minutes before they opened. She's like, no, we're ready. Just come on in. And thankfully the timing worked out. But
more about the cats than the cafe, I guess.
yeah, and they went in there to like with the cats, and they did other stuff. You had to pay to go in. It's
Really?
a special. Yeah, well, because the managing the cats there costs money.
Yeah.
So the idea is I think it's like during peak hours, it's like $12 or $15 an hour. And then, but usually it's just to go in for an hour. You're not going to spend hours in there anyway. You just buy an hour and you can go in and do, as long as you follow the rules, you can do whatever you want. You can bring coffee in or whatever. But they do happy hours during like evenings on weekdays where you can pay for like $3 for 15 minutes. And then you can just go say hi to the cats and whatever. But they all are tested and spayed or neutered. So there's an adoption fee for them, but then you can literally go, I want that one. So there's actually kind of nice. They're a good group there. And most of the cats are not there much longer than a month or two. They go pretty quick.
You have gotten coffee from there, and the coffee there is good.
Yep,
Which
I've only been getting the same thing, the Cafe Meow drink, because it's the butterscotch and cinnamon.
And it's on the same strip as Fat Nats, right?
Yeah.
So Fat Nats needs to go over to the cat cafe, ask them how to make coffee, and then Fat Nats would be the best restaurant.
No,
this area.
I mainly go to the cat cafe just as a support thing if I'm going to get coffee. But I also like butterscotch, so I like butterscotch.
Yeah, butterscotch coffee is fantastic. That's the best thing about the cat cafe. It's not the freaking cats. It's the
You might be able to get butterscotch elsewhere, but I really have never seen butterscotch at any place. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe it's like, is it an old man thing? I don't know. But I love butterscotch.
So what's butterscotch? It's butter and caramel. That's all it is.
Butterscotch is awesome.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not awesome. It's just simple. There's no reason it shouldn't be in more places. You just take a caramel coffee, add a bit of butter, boom, butterscotch. It's good. I imagine the coffee just goes to support the building in general. So they're paying.
Well, the coffees to support their normal business, and then the other fees go to that. But they also have a lot of support of other local groups and stuff. A lot of the cats come from rescue organizations that are just looking to try to, like, they went to some place and those people said, this cat is really well behaved. Maybe it would work well as in going to that location because it would be with other cats in a large room. So they probably just filter out all the best ones to go there.
The ones that aren't feral.
Though not feral, but like are super well behaved, definitely could find a home right now and you know they're going to be good. There's definitely ones that they've said they're shy, like probably shouldn't be in a house with another pet or another dog or something. They give you all that info ahead of time. Does the coffee go to support the kitties too? I'm going to guess to some degree. I wouldn't say that they're the cheapest coffee around at all. It's usually, I think it's like $6.50 for like a 16 ounce, but for what they are, I think it's, your money is going to helping a company. If you're helping that business run their coffee portion, you're helping them maintain the kitty portion, even if it's not going directly to cats.
Jay's playing Silent Hill.
But I do like that they have windows, so you can just go in there and just look at the kitties. So you will always know which cat is
Expression on
was from the
Applejack's
coffee
face.
place, because one forepaw is always curled as if holding a coffee mug. They do have some really nice coffee mugs there, though. I really like their coffee mugs. I've thought about getting one just because the art's really nice on it, but they're like ceramic with kind of like a tan color and like speckles. Really nice. And they had, I was looking at it today, they have a calendar that's there. And when we're talking to the lady, because I mentioned it, she says it's for one of the two organizations that they use for getting the cats. And on the front, the cat that's on the very front cover was the mother of a few of the cats that were in there. And one of those cats had been one at that cafe, but and that page is for, I think his name is Poutine. And it was a cat that was actually in that room just recently until he got adopted. So like, it's a really nice detailed thing where they have a bunch of pictures of the cats, but then they put these like little, it's a picture of little googly eye type things, and they put it over their face to look like their eyes, and for all of them. And they're all professionally done pictures. All the calendars have like days on there about like Hug Your Cat Day or something. It's all just little goofy stuff mixed in, but it's also, most of those proceeds go to helping the Kitty Revolution organization, which is for supporting cats and
The Kitty
rescues.
Revolution. It's aggressive.
Yeah.
Kitty Revolution.
I need to get hot chocolate from there if they have one. Yeah, they have a location in Roseville as well. Then there's the one by me. I keep track of both for what they have on for their kitty staff, as they call it.
Kitty staff.
Yep. Yeah, any of the cats that are there, that's their cat staff.
I still think we should get a pony. Keep it in the house. But I only have good ideas.
The kitten tribe.
I'm sure the pony would play with the cat tower.
Because as you see here, I bet you it'll even pop up. Yeah, so you can see here. This is all the cats they have there.
Have it just on speed search.
Those are all the cats they have there. I think I saw this one, Butterbean, today. I saw Butterbean. Butterbean, really adorable. Oh, he's so cute. I love Butterbean. Poutine was the one that was in the thing. I like Georgia too. The Georgia's colors are really interesting. And I think those are two different colored eyes. I think.
Could just be the light.
Yeah, it could be. Wendy Jean's also. I saw Wendy Jean. If I remember, that's the 6-month-old one. But I think they have to update these because there's a lot that have actually disappeared. Like Rose's adopted, Esther's adopted, Tamal's adopted, Iris is adopted, Lavender's adopted, Roma is adopted, Lemon. But the cool thing about what they do is that if you go to the README, it'll do a whole profile. And so usually it starts out with a little bit about their temperament, how they are, but then it'll get into, I've never been around dogs and would prefer older, respectful children. They'll provide you details about like what you can expect and what kind of a home they should look for. Or this one needs another cat. If you do not have another cat, you should not get this one. Type thing. And it's actually really nice that they do that. That black one has huge eyes. I know they're so adorable, but I wasn't sure on the Butterbean one at first, but then when we saw him in there, beautiful cat, like gorgeous colors.
You don't get a big horse, you get a tiny horse. Mine see.
Well, it's like people that buy the petite pigs, but then realize all it is a baby pig, and then they become big pig.
No, you get the tiniest of tiny horses. What's the smallest horse you can get?
Can you keep breeding them to be smaller and smaller? What if you bred a horse with a corgi?
Yeah,
Small horse.
you can try it.
Like little legs.
We'll sell tickets.
They still all poop, yes.
Thirsty. Right. Thirsty. Right. See, I'm thirsty. Right. Thanks very much.
Okay, so I can't do her eye training or following until I get Applejack figured out. Look up miniature horse. They're like dog sized.
Yeah.
No, we're not putting that in our yard. I'm pretty sure we are still too close to the cities to do
Look
things
at
like that. No, that looks. You know how many back problems they're gonna have.
Oh, he's going to be happy. Happiest little horse.
Would you keep maintain it fully?
Look at that. Look at that one.
You can't ride it, Michael.
No,
It doesn't have magic.
it's gonna be in the. It's gonna be in the living room.
It's like a lap horse that wants
Yeah.
cuddles.
Yeah.
Oh no. Michael wants a pony that acts like a cat.
Yeah.
He wants it to be cute, and he wants to do like a little stretchies, and then he wants to have her come and lay on his lap so he can give it little scritches.
No.
That's
the horse
Michael.
I just showed you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
That's a
that's
real,
what that horse will do.
If Michael gets a miniature pony,
Look at
he would
him.
keep it in the house. He would try. Michael, they're booping each other.
I know.
That's smooches.
See, this is the better idea. Sure, they'll leave massive horse turds on the floor.
You'll just
but
get a cat and
it's-
dress it up every so often. Some cats are okay with that.
No. That cat does not exist. I don't believe this. People will force costumes on cats. Doesn't mean they like it.
Like Nolan for those spinny butt. Okay, so this is base walk.
You just gotta starve the pony. Skill desk. Give them that supermodel pony body.
This might be the right speed for this. We're gonna start doing Applejack. Might as well just pull off the band-aid and get it done.
Some of these ponies, these pictures are like cutely proportioned.
I want to say this is pretty close to the position I want. So, so it's going to be basically from here to here.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Okay, so it's still too fast. But I need to mark where this point is. Okay, I'll stretch it to here. I think I held the button there. Okay, go there. Bring it in. That speeds up the walk. That's closer. I think it needs to be a little faster. That's much better. Oh, and that's way too fast for her to walk now.
It's very quick. Almost a trot. You almost have to have her trotting if she's moving that fast.
But I think... Well, the route is not ramped up either. I can have her trot. I just rather not.
Because it's a lot of extra work.
Trotting means lifting off the ground, which means Pear Butter herself is going to have to bounce, which means I'll have to do the whole bouncing thing for her. It would probably be a little easier for Applejack to come to a stop, though, because she's already doing the up and down. I could have her just go right into a slide, and that's going to, I guess, be the hard part. So we could try it. I didn't keep that right. Yeah.
Well, the thing was, when we had a horse, well, especially this one horse we had when growing up, my mom would just let it into the kitchen. We would just have a horse inside the house, like not a pony, a full-grown horse. Just
Yeah,
in
but
the kitchen.
you lived in Kentucky.
Yeah,
That was normal.
she thought it was funny to just have the horse in the kitchen.
Let's get real. If it's adorable, our resolve would last exactly 5.8 seconds. Hooves on wood floor.
No, that was a wood floor in the kitchen in my mom's house.
Yeah,
From Dad's house.
that is your house, not my house.
She thought it was great. The floor
Your
was
mother.
fine, yes.
The one that threw you in a barrel and threw you down a hill and was
Yeah.
like, I hope he doesn't come back.
I'm sure that wasn't what she was thinking. No, my mother is she's an interesting person. She's great most of the time.
See, now the trotting is too fast.
Thanks very much.
That looks good.
Okay, yeah, I lightened it up a little bit.
Thanks very much.
I would rather her walk, but this is definitely too far.
No, she loved
Oh,
the
that's
horses. I thought they were an extra chore, but she loved them. He still talks about getting horses again when she has her own place.
Thanks very much.
I think it might be a little bit rough for just her. Though.
Thanks very much.
Horses are a lot of work.
Thanks very much. See you.
Okay, so now the blend for here. So then thankfully, I wasn't stupid when I did this. I didn't ramp up. I blended one of them before, and that's not how it should be done. I should have the motion go right away, which is what happens here, I think. Kind of. I think it might be a little bit blended. It looks pretty straight down. And I say that because I need to blend the animation in with the motion. So we'll just grab everything. And we'll just kind of do this into the animation. And that was the reason I was trying to have the hoof start. And at about that position, you can see that that makes it so at least I have one hoof that's right off of the bat, not having to worry about. Boom. It looks like she's taking off from that one. And the other one was already lifting as it is. So now it just looks like she's moving. But people ask, like, how do you do start walks and like start trots and that type of stuff? It's really just find the start of the cycle that ends up having the one of the front hooves in the right position, copy from there and just blend it across, and you're probably good.
It's actually just striking.
I do have to fix the back legs though. You can see those ones do slide a little.
It's striking me in this moment that back when my mom would have had a horse in the kitchen, she was probably roughly the same age as I am now. Long time ago.
Wait, are you trying to say that as, well, my mom had a horse in the kitchen at my age?
Yes, exactly. I think it's apt. She got to have horses in the kitchen.
You can go move in with your mother.
No. We just gotta get one of those tiny horses.
Nope, you gotta move in with your mother.
Promise it won't poop on your bed. I don't promise that. I can't promise. It might poop on your bed. But
I've had enough of that, please.
I'm going to encourage it to poop on your bed.
Wait, jump on. Wait, why my bed?
I don't want to know my
If
bed.
if it takes a dump on my bed, I'm taking a dump on yours.
Wait, no, this is not fair.
How is it fair?
Because I didn't take a dump on your bed.
You asked it to. So wait, if
It's
you
just
told
grass.
if you told
That's what
Adam
my
to
mom
take a
always
dump in my
says.
butt and my bed.
No, it's just grass. It's a horse.
Okay, yours is just pizza.
That's what my mom always said when she threw it at me. It's just grass.
Yeah, so it's just pizza.
Some dead animal on that pizza.
Hey, Michael, see pear butter?
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
it.
she's gone.
No, where'd she go?
I gotta stretch her leg, and I can't
Hopefully
see her
she
leg.
escaped.
She's in a better place now.
Manhattan. Got out of this hick town.
She is a hick.
Pear butter? No, she
She ain't a city gal.
she's a big city horse. She just hides it.
Okay, not perfect, but for the takeoff, it should be fine. All right, now for this leg, it just lifts, so then we're good. Though, I wouldn't say it quite makes sense on the gravity perspective of how she suddenly starts bouncing, but There's a couple bits I'm gonna have to worry about here, like that leg lifting or sliding, that back front leg sliding. But I don't want to do too much for locking the hooves at this point because there's a chance that I have to redo something and trying to get her to do her little spin here. So I'm not gonna focus on it too much. All right, let's get sort of figure it out on her spin. So she does this and then goes down for the thing. That makes the most sense. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to. I thought, well, I could have her like mid-motion kind of start doing it, but then that would be like a half hop to land in a different spot, and it's just gonna be easier to do this. All right, so the difficulty here is when she churns, the back leg lands right here. You can see that here. You can't see the front legs, so that's nice, but that back leg is definitely visible. So when it hits, it needs to be semi-locked. I can have it turn a little bit, so I can say to this point, and then I'll just blend it. No, let's say to this point. But the rest of that I can't do. So it needs to be locked. I think what I'm going to do here, from this point, I'm going to do Applejack in. We're going to redo all of it. No, I can't really do all of it because she goes back to a standing position here. What I'm gonna actually do is go
sink
out
into the ground a little bit.
Yeah, because that's her little bounce. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm doing that so that I can figure out what the next step is here. So here, let's say Applejack. I can do all of it here. Goes a little bit in. So this is all the way in. So we're going to go into here. So this is going to be her getting our second step in. We got to lock the left foot. And this one you have to make sure is all the way in the original spot. Her butt is going to start lagging behind. So lock chest 2. Her butt is going to start rotating like kind of like this. Because she's going to lock in place in the front and then her butt's going to shift around behind her. That's the intent. And this is so nice that cart's in the way though. It makes it so much easier. So I'm going to stretch this a little bit. So does that make sense? Yep.
See, you can come home to this every day.
No, I don't want a tiny horse in the house.
But
you can go. You do know that you can buy a horse, Michael.
yeah, bring it in the house.
No, you can buy a horse and you can have it at a stable, and anytime you want, you can go boop that horse.
Oh,
it would only cost you hundreds of dollars a month.
Easier if it was on the couch. I bet it would like being on the couch.
It can stay in your room and your room only.
It'll get nasty in there.
What do you if it's
Get nasty.
if it get nasty in your room? What would it do to the house?
I'm not as concerned. I can always escape to my room.
It's probably already nasty in there.
No, it's just cluttered. Not the same. No food waste. I learned that. I threw out a banana peel in my trash can and the fruit flies went nuts. Never again.
You had fruit flies in your room?
Yeah, from a banana peel in the trash.
Well, why did you not get rid of it?
I did immediately after. That's why I'm never doing.
Well, immediately after the fruit flies or immediately after throwing the banana away?
Well, immediately after the fruit flies showed
So
up.
how long was the banana in there?
I don't know, a couple days. It was
Couple
It
days.
was a trash.
I'm pretty yeah, I throw things in my trash here too, but I don't throw like banana peels.
Yeah,
bring
I
them
learned
upstairs.
my lesson. It was a lesson hard learned.
Michael,
What?
stop being so much yourself. A trash can should only be like, if you're gonna not empty it, it should be like the stuff that's easy to dispose of or something.
No, it's just paper trash now. Yeah, I do have some stuff. I have a lot of front head of my bed's just a bunch of suitcases. One of them could probably be cost. I always had trouble getting rid of boxes for a while because it seemed like every month or every week there was like some shipment of something filling up the recycling. I got rid of them slowly over time.
Oh, actually, you know what? I made a mistake here.
We only have one trash can for recycling for like 3 people. It can get a bit rough.
We usually fill it, I would say 80%, and without pressing it down. But I like, especially last couple of weeks with the cat thing and trying to get ready for things, Friendsgiving, I've been getting other things. And so now I have a bunch of cardboard in there. But also then we had the con. The con helped me catch up.
Yeah.
So we actually are doing really good this week. But then Friendsgiving is in the middle of the next cycle.
I did get rid of some of those carboys. 4 of them. I could probably say
Only because I helped.
You did. I appreciate it.
I brought them to the place for you.
You did.
You didn't even want a receipt for it.
No.
I'm taking the receipt.
You can have it.
I took a picture and I'm gonna write on the thing that I donated things.
Yeah.
I mean, technically I did.
You did. Now I have a bunch of carboys because at first I was going to do all my fermenting in carboys, but then I found that if I want it carbonated, I have to do my fermenting in a keg. Yeah, with a spudding valve. It's been a trip. There is a certain simplicity to the carboy, though.
Oh, actually, I don't really have to worry about that. I can do it easily like
Speculative.
Wait, is that it? Is that the only motion I really had to worry about? I think I can just blend these two and have it working.
I'm gonna go get one final beer.
Oh.
Do you want anything?
No. I'll bring another Blue Moon down, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
I just don't know if I want to drink anymore. I think what I need to do is have another little bit here where she's not quite in position yet. Because here she moves her butt in. Oh, her butt does kind of land there. Should I have her more... Let's turn it around. Because she's not really at the angle for dropping them off. Would it be better to do like... that or something? I think that might be easier to try to throw her in the cart. Hello, Big Dirt. Hello, Dragon Hound. Okay, now this is going to differ. So now this one needs to be the out position, which I knew that's about where it would be, and that is what makes more sense to me. I felt like the leg wasn't actually pushing enough to an extreme position for what she was doing. And technically, yeah, you can't see this, but I want to make sure that the leg is moving correctly, because it could have an effect on things. Okay, so this now Applejack needs to go halfway to out. Yeah, they're both locked. Halfway to out. So this is her moving into position, but her butt needs to be rotated more. It's actually pretty cold outside now.
It is very cool outside. I got this one. It's intriguing.
I think those are the ones Adam picked up. He tends to pick up like these very, very copy paste same ones every time.
It's blueberry, which is intriguing, but then ginger, which is less intriguing. What are you doing?
I'm trying not to make a mess. Good enough.
Got it. Psst, psst, Michael, you could use public bags to catch pony farts.
What bags?
Plastic bags.
Public bags?
I need new glasses. Then late at night, sneak over to Argo's bedroom, slide the door open and under the door, and stomp on the bag. So basically, you want me to catch pony farts and put them in his room.
If he had pony farts, he would shove his face in it and just
No,
take a
what?
big old whiff.
I think these certain situations are blatant lies. I don't think I would enjoy that at all. Any farts?
Sure?
Yes.
But it's Michael. It's mare farts.
No. Still no.
What's wrong with mare farts? You don't like mares?
No farts.
You think he doesn't like mares?
I don't smell horse farts,
Yeah, but it's mare farts.
so I must.
But if
no.
it's okay, it's derpy farts.
No, still no.
What's wrong with derpy farts?
I
You
do
tell
not-
derpy that she has bad farts.
I know there are no good farts. Period.
Yes, bad derpy. Bad derpy farts.
I do not surf that side of the internet. No farts.
But you know the site exists.
Because of course it does.
Wait,
I've been
are you
I've been on Derpy Buru. I've seen it.
Wait. You have to have certain tags off to see that stuff, Michael.
No, you just have to have safe search off to see that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I still love that animation. This Rainbow Dash on Derpy Buru. My mind's telling me no. She's like reaching over safe search off. Great stuff.
I think Derpy needs her diaper changed, Michael.
No. Mine erased.
If you got one of those tiny horses and they were gray, would you
No.
dye the mane blonde
Horse.
and give it a cootie mark?
Yes.
Not a cute cootie mark.
Cootie mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gave it
course.
cooties, which would make sense because mare.
Oh.
And then like a year later you realize, wait, it's a stallion.
It took me all year. That's impressive. I am slow.
It grew up and became obvious.
Oh, I would think it would be obvious from day one.
Yeah, you didn't check.
Yeah.
You just trusted me.
You know, I did. I made that mistake. Yeah. Derpy IRL? Question mark. She actually lives in this house. We're holding her hostage. You guys can't have her. We have all of your waifus in just like around the corner.
There is a rainbow dash in the other room.
Yeah, there is.
She's hanging out on an ottoman.
Yep. Very cute over there. Those ponies you desperately want to like hug. No, they're in this house. You can't hug them. I did like the picture I posted today of Fluttershy saying, "Call the cops. They can't unhug you." Go ahead, call the cops. I like the blueberry. I'm not a huge fan of ginger. I don't hate it though.
I love ginger.
Yeah, you do.
I
like it with sushi.
Mid-Prem had given us some candies she got from summer, and there was like these little ginger candies. They did a ginger chai, and they're actually pretty good. I kind of want to get them, but they're kind of pricey.
You like them for your nausea more than anything. My
The what?
understanding.
The what?
Your nausea.
Nostalgia?
Nausea.
Yeah.
Not
No, not
nostalgia.
nausea for vertigo.
No, yeah.
But I just like ginger in general though.
No. No, it's Ice. We have all the ponies. You can't have them. There are ponies. They're in there saying they want hugs and they're lonely, but you can't hug them. You're talking about the picture? What picture? What pictures? Be incriminating.
Okay, when she's here, she probably should be down a little bit.
The one with Fluttershy in it? Oh, it's on our friend server. It's not on the community Discord. It's letting the horse images roll up. We post a lot.
Oh,
Like,
the
all
HDR
day.
got weird.
That one. But all blown out because of your
The HDR. Discord is weird when it comes to. I have the HDR on and it decides it just wants to enable it. So it's not really a picture of whatever. It's just a picture of her face with impact text.
Yeah, I like it. Me and one other guy post the vast majority of the pony in there, and then occasionally when people are feeling generous, they will add to it.
If I run across something, like because I was browsing Twitter and it definitely looks like something you probably have not already done, I then have to go backwards to figure out if you've already done it.
Don't even worry about it. Just post it. Then if you don't,
No, because
post
we
it,
give
it's
each other
fun.
crap for
Yeah.
reposting.
That's part of the game.
All right, same thing here. She needs to be down a little lower because she's already taking advantage of being at a low or turning and being lower and doing such. So I would think that she wouldn't just lift up and then go back down again for trying to throw pear butter into the death pile.
No, sleepy pile. It says it. It says sleepy ponies
Where does it say it?
on the cart.
No, it doesn't say it anywhere.
Wait, no, you changed it again.
No, I went and renamed it because I saw you did that.
No, it was sleepy voices.
No.
You can't just change it.
I had it as something you changed it. You can't say that you like have some weird rule that you can change and I can't change back. If that was the case, we would have a lot of weird crap in these videos because when I walk away,
Be half professional, half jank. Be
I see the
great.
pic here. Okay, I can copy.
You can put it so that it's not all blown out. It's just,
See, I go to this one, it's fine.
yeah.
Oh, if you go in a certain like video that has HDR enabled, sometimes it'll do that. It's probably what it was. I'll just do art share MOP. Why is there Sonic? Oh, it's got rainbow.
Got
in there.
some Rainbow Dash, Sonic Rainbow Dash.
There you go.
Well, it's not blown out there.
Yeah, because this is something on this was HDR when I passed it. See, something
No,
up here.
It's probably the Scootaloo.
I don't think it's a
Or maybe it's the
Scootaloo.
Rainbow Dash.
Something here. It might go away if I keep going. Oh, yeah.
It went away eventually.
It's probably preloading certain things. So yeah.
I can't unhug you. Post. That's never good. Yeah, you should totally post that pony picture. For the laughs. It's the one with the butt. Yes, that one. Rules are all melted. Oh, sunset. There's none of that. None of that in this stream. Like
Random child watching YouTube.
clean
Mommy,
fun.
why is that puppy humping the little pony's face? Because Michael wanted
I
it.
did not do any such thing. They were hugging. They were hugging.
Michael, that's just changing context. They were definitely
No,
humping.
they were not.
Trixie
You're
Trixie
blowing
would
my
disagree. Trixie says they were humping because Trixie wants it to be humping because she's very lonely.
She's very, very lonely.
Starlight left her
No.
mainly because she doesn't exist at this point. But
Yeah, it's true. Well, she does. She's just busy putting together a town.
A militia.
Yeah. He's, I think it was like at this, like, go back, he's just talking to Maud right now, which is one of my favorite moments in all of the show. Where, Starlight introduces, or no, Pinky introduces Maud to Starlight, and Maud points out that they had actually met before, and she's like, when? It just goes back in time, and Maud's helping her find the cave the store cutie marks in.
Is that a comic or?
No, that's in the show.
Is it?
Yeah. And then Pinky's all like, let's never talk about that again. Because Maud had helped Starlight, like, create her town. Which is great. And when Pinky finds out, she's like, like, oh, that's information I did not know or need to know.
I must have skipped over that one. It was a very short bit.
No, it went on for a bit, because Pinky, it was the episode where Pinky was trying to get Maud to move to Ponyville.
Oh, okay. But I don't remember that specific scene,
Specific part. I think she grabs Lyra in that episode and tries to get her Maud to be friends with Lyra. And Bonbon has to show up and, like, take Lyra back. Pinky just kind of ran off with her. It's a good episode. Can't just go stealing other ponies' mare friends. Not cool, Pinky.
See on Thursday.
Dancing.
though. She's not churned enough for that.
I think in later episodes, Maud and Starlight actually become fairly close friends. They fly kites together. I always kind of enjoyed that in later seasons, that the kind of side characters start getting...
Because the main characters were so far past what they could develop them that they had to bring in new mains.
Yeah.
So that was the students, the side ones, they were all there for a reason.
Trixie, Starlight, Maud.
Mm-hmm. Because there's only so much of like Rainbow Dash had already achieved everything Rainbow Dash wanted to do.
Yeah.
So what was there left to develop?
Yeah.
Like what, she has a second turtle that needs to hibernate and decides that she needs to drop a nuke on Manhattan.
That's why season 7 is probably my favorite season, is because when that's the season where they're wrapping up all the main characters' stories. Is really in season 7. And then after that it's the Student 6 and...
Do you like the Student 6?
No.
Why not?
No mares.
No mares?
No mares.
There's there's not pony, but they're pony-ish.
Eh.
Because I mean, you got the Snuffleupagus one. What are those called?
The freaking oxes, or
No, the sea pony ones.
oh, the hippogriffs.
The similar name.
Yeah.
There's that one. That was a mare.
She got beak.
You just Yona.
No yaks.
And then there's like I don't know, like
Pretty sure I'm the reason.
Morpheus or whatever. What was the changeling one?
Oh, Celis.
Oh, yeah, that one.
See, you love them. Clearly.
I have no idea.
At least I remember their names. That was the really big thing about G5. I never really learned any of the side characters' names other than Hosey. But she was more of a main side character. G5 didn't have very interesting background characters. And I think part of the problem is there was too many of them. Nobody really cared.
Background characters?
Yeah.
Most of the background characters, though, ended up being created by the fandom.
In G5 or?
No, in G5? G5 had
Too many. Nobody cared.
the movie created most of the characters.
Yeah.
After that, they really didn't add too many.
Yeah.
They just wanted, if you're trying to use too many of the characters at once, like how many episodes might not have had Fluttershy in it at all?
Well, several episodes didn't have Fluttershy in it.
Yeah, that's because they didn't feel the need to have everybody in every shot. But I feel like in Gen 5 they did.
Yeah.
Everybody had to always be there.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the Gen 4s definitely had it where this is this person's episode, and it might only have like when they went camping. How many characters were in that one?
Which the one where Scootaloo?
Yeah, Scootaloo, Rarity, and Applejack go camping.
Yeah.
They might have had the other characters in there for a teeny bit, but they weren't a focus. They were just thrown to the side.
Yeah. No, I don't think they were in it at all.
Yeah.
I think it was just Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash, because it was about taking their sisters.
Yeah.
It was more about the CMC than it was about them.
Fluttershy has
He has a brother.
well, kind of. It's an older brother.
No, he's younger.
Is he?
Yeah. Not much younger, but he's younger.
He acts younger, I guess.
He's like a year younger. She actually, being the older sister, she kind of treats him almost like she definitely treats him as the younger brother who needs to listen to her, but he doesn't. Like I think when you see him, he's still living with his parents, but he's only implied to be a little younger than Fluttershy. Roughly Rainbow Dash's age. It's kind of what I picked up on.
The sound effect is right here, but it's probably going to take 2 frames for her to fall in. That's it hitting the card sound. So you think AJ has rabies? She is frothing at the mouth. Oh, from all the dots. Yeah, got her.
He had a tainted apple. He's got the madness. No, I kind of liked Zephyr Breeze because he was a younger brother, but not much younger. But you definitely needed somebody to take care of him. So she did have like kind of an authority over him as the older sister, and she used it.
It kind of reminds me of like, because we ended up watching a little part of it from Just Shoot Me, the Chicken Pot Pie episode.
Yeah,
like where the guy was just purposely faking a head disability so that he could live at home with his mother for free.
One.
But it was also his mother enjoyed it and gave her purpose, so they kind of just let it happen.
Yeah, I think the only reason his Zephyr Breeze's parents kicked him out is because Fluttershy kind of pushed him to do it.
There is a point where you kind of eventually the parents are going to be gone, and it is the purpose of the parents, even if it's tough, to ensure that the children have what they need and are equipped for life. But yeah.
All he did was move in with Fluttershy, and then he moved out into the woods where he definitely was going to die, so she took him back in.
Okay, I think I can just shift the butt there and be pretty easy.
Probably in my top 5 favorite episodes, honestly.
Because it has a stallion.
No, it's just a good episode. Shows the one time Fluttershy is kind of being the boss. Because she's used to her brother. Her brother is just a facet in her life that has been unchanging. So she's not nervous around him or shy. And that's kind of that's family. Like, she might be shy with strangers, but when it comes to her brother, she kind of puts her foot down.
She's just sick of his shit.
She kind of is.
I'm like, what was that vibrating? You have a stack of phones over there?
Yeah.
And it's working off each other. I do have a message. Oh, it's just you.
No, I didn't message.
I don't clear messages until I'm ready to respond, and I just
posted
want to make sure I caught
and
it.
Immediately deleted it. Oh, there it is. He's showing me a pony Pokemon. Oh no, Pow World. He's playing Pow World. I don't use my saying that look like Pokemon as evidence in the court cases. They look like Pokemon.
It doesn't matter if they look like Pokemon or not. That's not part of the lawsuit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not on the trial.
I don't get why the lawsuit seems so stupid to me. They're asking for nothing.
Well, they're asking for them to stop,
No,
aren't they?
no. They're suing them for it's Power World came into creation, then Pokemon Company filed a patent for things, then they sued for patent infringement. That is the order. The patents came after the Power World came out.
It's surprising. I think they would have patented that stuff forever ago.
No, they did that, and do you know how much they sued them for?
I have no idea.
Just take a guess.
$1?
No, just give me. What do you think it is? It's $1 they would never go through.
I don't know. $1,000.
This would never go through.
I don't know.
It's a patent, so they infringed on a patent.
Yeah, I thought it was just to make a point. I don't know. How much did they sue them
No,
for?
it was 68,000.
Okay.
So basically nothing.
Yeah.
The court costs are going to cost more than that.
Yeah.
I think it was just the idea of they were using Pelward as a big example of we have patents for this now. Well, why did you do it 20 years ago for one?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping those patents are thrown out because they're stupid. The patent is for using some kind of object to go into a field and use it to capture a creature.
Well, imagine if somebody was Wild Mains, but they did the exact same art style as Gen 4 My Little Pony.
That's not copyright. That's copyright, not trademarking or not patenting.
But that's essentially what they're after, is that they use the exact same style as Pokemon art style.
No, they're saying that Pokemon's saying they invented something. They didn't create or design something. They invented something.
Yeah.
And this has a certain an aspect to it that they now own. But why didn't they do it years ago? The point of a patent is to ensure that when you create something that nobody else can use that thing until you can develop it enough or whatever. That's the reason that Coca-Cola never patented their Coke though, because they have to publicize it. You have to publicize how to make Coke. That would lock down that nobody else can make Coke for a while, but eventually somebody could. Exactly the same.
It'd probably be up at this point.
Yeah, it would be well up at this point. Pokemon patenting it now is definitely a move to try to force other games to not do it, but they didn't care before this, even though it was an obvious system. So patents shouldn't and cannot exist for something that is obvious.
Yeah.
And that is, it's some game Coromon that I've been playing is so much a copy paste of Pokemon. Like wait, let me even see if it has like the trailer for it.
But I always felt like Power World was the complaint was the art style was the
No.
same.
Like, look at this.
Because that's a very different art style. Kind of.
This is Coromon. It's essentially just Pokemon. All the combat is the same. But this didn't get in trouble.
It's not as big.
No, and that's the thing is now they're doing it because somebody is actually finding great success in it, and by doing such, they call them spinners instead of Pokeballs, because they found big success in something. Pokemon now feels threatened, so they did that whole thing. But apparently, Pal World's sale in Japan just opened a couple days ago and sold wildly well. So I think that they were trying to do it to scare them out or something, or scare other people out of Japan. But what they did was they hand wove and got Streisand effect, and ended up being more people found out about it.
Yeah.
And then it sold really well. So yeah, it's top of the charts in PS5.
Power World is?
Their previous game Craftopia has the same mechanic. It's top of the charts in PS5. Yeah.
I played with the idea of playing it, but I've always been kind of
Power
on the
World?
fence about that game. Yeah.
I want to at some point, but I got other things I'd rather do.
Very much. Oh, Joel. See you.
Trying to figure out if it's actually a good game or if it's just a lot of hype because of all the media surrounding it. I'm not
It's
sure.
more of, it's kind of adult Pokemon. It's got a lot of other unique things to it. It was a little rough at the start, I think, but they're fully supporting it and they're pushing on it. I think it's a fun take on the Pokemon side of things. I mean, they call it Pokemon with guns, but the gun thing is you can't just equip a gun. I think your pal can give you a weapon of something that's related to them, and so some certain ones will give you a gun, but that's not everybody. But yeah, it's an interesting bit, and it's just more competition within the market, and Pokemon decided not to patent or do anything before, so now them doing it now, I hope it just gets kicked out, because then they can never worry about it again.
I know you got a lot of money.
Coromon definitely felt like very copy paste.
No.
But other ones, Power World definitely took it their own direction. I'm surprised they didn't get sued, because some of the monster models look almost too eerily close, like even on the model level, like it was an export and modified.
Because that's what I thought the whole lawsuit was. I thought it was art style.
No, nothing about it. And in the end, it's almost nothing. This lawsuit could also be tied into being partnered with Sony, because Nintendo and Sony have old conflicts. Yeah, but I don't see them being, just because two companies hate each other, that they would blow a bunch of money. That's definitely more than that bit would have to do everything. No, I don't see them doing anything with that. They would rather just keep making more money than just be petty. They could have attacked so many other companies.
I want to pick up that horse and take it home.
I'm trying to figure out, like,
I've had enough to drink to be like, can I just have that?
it's right here. This is the slowdown. So I just need to, like, smooth this out. I need to try to blend these a bit better. Or actually, what I can probably do is just go in here, grab, let's just go to here, here. Is this there. This is the slowdown or something right here. So we'll just try dragging this. I don't want to move my bookmarks. Okay, that wasn't it. That's right here. Right here. To here. I think that's it. Let's see, they stop right here. And I'm trying to figure out from these lines.
On that note, if the guys from Wildlands are watching, you should totally copy the G4 art style so I can just pretend that that's more G4. Even if the storylines aren't very good.
There we go. I think I got it.
If Hasbro sues you, I have good news. They're out of money. So,
That's much better.
can't sue you if you don't have any money. I want Wildlands just do one episode in the G4 art style just to see if they can get a reaction.
They would never do that.
Yes, because they'd be worried about a reaction. Even though Lauren Faust has said outright they can't have her art style, that she owns that. Like, they can use it for that
They
show,
can,
but
an
they
art
can't
style,
ever claim it.
sure, but if it relates too closely to those actual characters, they can still claim to those characters. And she
Yes.
can't just state that they can't own something, because the lawyers are very smart on how to write things to ensure that they might not be the art style, but they can find other aspects of it that are close enough.
She stated that very thing when creating them Wild Herds. This is the same art style.
But it's also very different type of creatures.
Yeah.
And I would say that they're
One is a unicorn.
inspired by, but I wouldn't say, like, if you put them next to each other that they're like, oh my god, they're the same.
They're her art style.
Yeah,
They're
but
all her art style.
no. But I don't know.
So are Powerpuff Girls. Well, no, Powerpuff Girls are more of her husbands. You just helped.
Where's Pear Butter? I need to see her here. Okay. Okay, she needs to slow down, Pear Butter. I sped you up, actually.
Oh.
Can I make Applejack, and I'm going to use your wording, and do a little hop?
Oh, hop. I'm shaking her.
And she's going to do a little hippity hop.
Is make sure to post lots of ponies in the pony chat. I need those to survive. I've had a lot to drink.
See you on Thursday.
You did drink that blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
See you on Thursday. See you on Thursday. See you on Thursday.
Oh, hop.
See you on Thursday. See you on Thursday.
That's cute. Kind of want you to just have her do that back and forth. This anime going in both directions. Like also dancing place.
Nice thing is, I really don't have to worry about her like body here.
Let's just get you're next.
So I'm gonna delay this one. Well, I gotta one. Oh, I gotta do more than just the pelvis. We're gonna delay it by like 1 frame, and then we're going to have her. Shift when she jumps. So be here. Because more than likely, if she was actually pushing something like that, she wouldn't jump in place. She would probably shift a little bit to the side. Oh, pear butter's locked. I'm not going to carry it now. We're just going to worry about the back. Yeah, like that.
Just have her hooves up and then she falls over. Surprised Power World is on the PS5, honestly. I didn't realize that it was on
I think it was
PC.
just recently.
Hmm.
Sasuke could also lead to. Oh yeah, I read that part. Yeah.
I can see them suing once it hit PC because then they're suing Sony as well, which is way more money.
It's not about money though. They're not. I think that they're trying to use this as a very public way of saying we have the patent out.
It also creates what's the president, however you pronounce it.
If they win.
Yeah.
But this is, you know how lawsuits work. It's going to be a while.
They could win. It does, well, if it's 5 years from now.
They're trying to ask for money for a patent that they literally filed after the creation of a different game. At that point, Palworld could point at it and say, well, they didn't invent it because we did it. They're just doing it now.
Everyone knows they kind of invented it.
Yeah, but the patent didn't come out before then.
Yeah, but
That's kind of important. The purpose of a patent is to protect it. So they're not protecting anything if they're putting it out after it's already been shared and used for decades.
yeah.
Hmm.
And that was kind of the argument Windows made when they stole Apple's operating system, which they very much did. Is that Apple were just trying to keep it secret, so they didn't have a patent for it yet. But then somebody Bill Gates stole Apple's operating system and re-engineered it into the very first version of Windows. And
The early internet and the early computer days were Wild Wild West.
oh yeah,
Nobody really had no idea what was going on.
He worked for Apple at the time. Bill Gates did. And then he basically like, don't you have a patent on this? They're like, no, we don't want it to get out. And he's like, oh. And then he made Windows.
But that is also a risk that you as a developer put by not patenting something.
Yeah.
And with how fast tech moved and how long patents last, 100% should have done it.
Yeah.
Because they would have had such a control and lead at that point that the patent would have protected them well into the future.
I agree, but only because I like Microsoft more than I like Apple. But
no, I mean, like, if Apple would have put a patent in, it would have been a good idea. It should have been.
Oh, they should have, yes. But they didn't. And they trusted their employees too much.
And not only that, but
Clearly.
they entrusted. They thought things might take longer than they did.
Yeah.
But with how fast computing went, patents like last what 12 years or something like
I
that.
have no idea.
It's like over a decade. In a decade, they would have had such a control of that market that anybody starting new and fresh and from the beginning would have been no chance.
Yeah.
Within a decade, Windows went from like nothingness to behemoth.
Freaking Gaben, who helped create Windows 2, Made so much money off of that, he started his own company.
Yeah, early tech was crazy.
Yeah, he made a fortune just working on Windows 2, having been one of the developers. Now we have this.
But he went on to go do good things
Yeah.
for the most part.
I don't hate the man.
He does good sales.
He needs to release Half-Life 3.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Coming, you know it is. But look, these ponies he's animating, this program would not exist without Gaben. So we wouldn't be getting all these awesome ponies. No Remembrance, no Allershai. No, he gets a raise. Thanks, Gaben, for all of your hard work. No.
Gaben's definitely Gaben has sold us all the games. There's no developer but Gaben.
Only Gaben. My favorite Gaben game is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
He definitely made that.
Yeah, all by himself. It's on Steam, that's how you know. Every game on Steam was made by Gaben. He crafted it with his hands out of clay.
Yes, that's why he's God.
Yes.
For on the third day of the Steam sale.
He has to know at this point that everyone's very disappointed in him for not having released Half-Life 3 yet.
Everyone?
Everyone.
No, I'm pretty sure you're not everyone.
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 Babies who have just been born. First words out of their mouth is like,
Where's my fucking Half-Life?
where's Half-Life 3, Gaben? Where is it? He did the episodes are still just Half-Life 2. Okay?
He just doesn't want threes. He has a fear of them.
Yes. Well, that joke has been persistent for so long. If he ever does do a 3 anything. Oh, you meant Alex? Alex was good. Yes, I would give that a 2. It's Half-Life 2.5. But it's its own full game. It's just not Half-Life 3.
It's a prequel, and so but you want completion.
It's a prequel-esque. But yes, it was definitely the setup for Half-Life 3. Like, Alex sets up for Half-Life 3. It's straight up putting the ball on the tee for Half-Life 3 is what Alex is. But that ball has been sitting on that tee for years now. And I want somebody to hit it already. Like, I got goosebumps at the end of Alex. Because it felt like I was getting ready to step into Half-Life 3. And it just, those goosebumps have, they're getting stale.
Michael, we're getting really close to having to just throw pear butter in the cart. I think it's turning out pretty good so far. Look at this.
To put on there the sleepy card.
I like the little hoofsies coming out the side.
Yeah, I do too. I like my hooves. You guys got good hooves?
So it's going to be rough because I have to have her an object locked to Applejack, unlock and relock to a different surface. And then when it interacts with that surface, I have to have that whole model shift and move because that's a big weight addition. So all of those models are going to have to shift and move with the impact. There's a lot of little like nuance to this. It's going to be a little rough. Surprisingly though, getting Applejack over there has been not too bad. Ooh, that's her starting out's a little rough. That'll be fine. It kind of feels like she's starting out a little slow and then takes off, but whatever. I don't care. And I do have to fix her hooves in the ground.
Hooves. I don't know, big jerk. Goodbye, Big Derp. How many points would you have to spend just to keep Big Derp up on the screen the whole time?
It would just be nothing but Big Derp.
Yes. Just be constantly licking the screen. It'd be great.
They do it like these like pools that you can do where people can dump points into them, and if it over an entire month,
Yeah.
and if it reaches it, they get a certain goal. Just make it where there's the derpy stream, and so it'll just be where
You're nice to Derpy.
no, it like we'll just take like a bot that does random things, and it would just be all derpies on the screen for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And it would just be it's every now and then random triggers of other derpies will do that people can do with like 1 point. And it would just do derpy things.
Yeah.
It's just do 24 hours of derpy.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing. I keep seeing that AI thing the guy releases. I just want a Ponyville that's completely run on AI. It'd get weird sometimes, but I could pretend. That this is just Horse World and they're all just having conversations and carrying out their day. I do think eventually within my lifetime somebody's going to make a game like that where it's just a town of AI programs programmed very high end intelligence, like they have a life and things can change depending on interactions, and it just kind of figures stuff out based on a huge data set. It's just a town of people who aren't programmed to say one thing or another. They just exist within this algorithm.
Yeah, that's just Free Guy.
Yeah.
They're already going to work on that. That's going to be Grand Theft Auto. They're going to be the first game to do it. And then you can mod in horses and have your horse game.
That's just it. They already have the horse one that they're working on. You've seen it. It's high tech. They booped them. And then the ponies were like, that was rude. I think it's going to be like a rough first one, but somebody's going to come up with that probably within the next 10 years.
They've already been working on that. NVIDIA showed something where they had this interactive person that you could, in a video game, talk to as like a sushi chef, and you could ask them any question, they would just answer right there. But it was definitely a tech demo. But it shows that the capabilities are there. I heard stuff recently about where they feel like LLMs are hitting a roadblock though, where current models aren't allowing for, current models aren't allowing for the data to train off of the data they have. They've basically already trained it on the whole internet, and it's not getting any better.
Yeah.
To where they now need to start working into other things. But the amount of things that are just wrong, like Brave started having this AI thing that I could ask a question, it would just give me the answer, but I would say 70% of the time something about it was drastically wrong.
Sorry, I remembered something. Funny story.
Oh no!
Regarding,
you had to slam your head for this.
Regarding AI, somebody, there's no saying who, wanted to see what the AI would say if they typed into Google, who is the sexiest pony?
Oh, I'm wondering who this is.
Random person, no telling.
Random person.
Yes,
okay.
Call a random person, and sure enough, Google AI had an opinion. So if you're curious as to Google AI's opinion on that question, who is the sexiest pony, that Giz probably asked, since he's trying to call me out. Yeah, no, Google AI has an opinion on that. And that is amazing. That's the best thing on Google since typing in Granny's Gone Wild, that you get a picture of Rainbow Dash wiping apple juice off of her face.
I want to see if that's still there.
I think they got rid of it. I think somebody finally was like, okay, no. I think it's still, the picture is still in photos if you type images. They got rid of it off of the...
I'd search MLP, don't I?
Well, you also typed Granny's wrong.
Wait, there's a TV program called Granny's Gone Wild.
If you go to images, I think it's in there somewhere, but they did. Or maybe they got rid of it entirely. Used to be if you typed Granny's Gone Wild, you get a very suggestive picture.
Yeah, I remember.
Of Rainbow Dash just wiping the apple juice.
Was it from that episode?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No,
it's just...
it was at the episode where Applejack...
Why is there a magic Applejack?
She was yelling at her.
How does this work?
That was it.
No, this one. Yeah, it was.
That picture was there forever. No, not that picture. It was great. It was one of the best moments. Like Google, somebody just did that. And it was there for a few years.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
I'm sure somebody over there at Google was eventually like, why do the bronies keep typing in Granny's Gone Wild? They must like that. Oh no. And it used to be that before the AI thing, if you typed in who is best pony, Google would just come back and say, Derpy is best pony. Because it had good opinions. I kind of miss those days at the internet where Google was just like, if you got an immediate reply, it's because somebody at Google just wrote it out.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. See you. Thanks very much. See you on Thursday.
Okay, that works pretty good.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
I'm gonna have to smooth that out a little bit, but at least the eyes can work. And so yeah, she's gonna say right, all right, but I want to have her look at her, go right, all right, and then just kind of like nonchalant, just look at the ground, just doesn't even care.
It's just all penny.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
We're gonna do thanks very much too.
Thanks very much. See you on Thursday. Thanks very much. See you. Very much.
We'll do.
Just throwing the death pony in.
No, she's doing dances for them because it's doing the wake up dance.
The wake up dance?
Yeah. You do have to be careful with perspective because she's so much larger than the ponies in the cart. They're like children by comparison.
Are they shrunk down?
Yeah, you shrunk them down. I can't remember why.
They're only 15% smaller.
It's still like full. Look at her butt. Her doing it.
Where's theirs?
He's like, ooh. He's impressed by the two-sided cutie mark. They better have two-sided cutie marks in G6. Everyone was upset, including the artist who did the art design for the G5 ponies. I can't remember her name, but she's like, yeah, that's one of the decisions I didn't like. They put the key mark on one side and they made their butt smaller. Those were the two changes like Hasbro higher ups made. One was for toy production and one was to like try to chase away the bronies. And didn't work.
Yeah. Well, the word skin in front, but I don't think that's right. I do. Here it is.
Oof.
Yeah, that's that one's. It's like oof. It's like,
Do you want the apples? Oh, it's just so hungry.
Schwarze
No. Just
He's
lose.
so excited. He just like looks at that.
Oh, but
You know what she happens when she sees the butt though.
what's that?
She does. It's like, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's another horrible thing with them ending G5 is we'll never know who was gonna get hitched to Hitch. It was between Pip and Zip. They kept playing at those two couple possibilities. Though Pip kind of went on a date with Posey towards the end. I don't know.
Oh my god, I'll get a bite.
She's doing
I'll get a bite.
doing it through the teeth like, oh my god.
I'm gonna get a bite. I'm gonna get a bite. I can't. Teeth are separate.
Oh my goodness, that's
Oh my god,
creepy.
look at the butt.
Why did they do that?
Because the jawbone is
Mhm.
like. Oh, that's a twisted. The jaw actually has a bone. There it is. Okay. There, I just removed your teeth.
Yeah, it was not nice, I think.
Look at the butt. Wait, there's still some teeth.
It's
This is
the
butt
top
there.
teeth. Does she have
Hello.
like
Hello, butt.
she has a lot of teeth?
I like butt.
Look at butt. You just remove the teeth and just add
I'm
the teeth
taking
back in.
so many drugs.
Is that the trick to these?
Hmm?
That if you just don't want the teeth are separate, but if you take them out, then they still have like a
No.
separate top row of teeth.
Yeah, the top row of teeth is static. The bottom row of teeth is connected to the jaw.
Yeah.
The jaw isn't connected to the top. Your jaw isn't connected to your top teeth.
Yeah.
So you would not have your bottom teeth. The fact they're separate, there's really no way to do lip syncing on here though without having to do both. That's why I don't want to touch these. If there was a flex that did get better. There we go.
somebody needs to go through and clean them up. But
Really, if it was that the flex was added so that the mouth when it opened would actually open the jaw too, lip syncing would be possible. And if they put jaw and locked it to the skin too, so that you could twist the jaw, it'd be even better. But that's the main thing that I would never want to work these horses with, because lip syncing would be a bear. If you do it in Blender, you can probably do some other linking stuff and it'd be fine. You can't do that in SM.
the most I've ever added flexes to was a bag of chips. So I don't know that I'm the best candidate for that one. It's so tiny.
I did it for Rathlos.
Yeah.
I created all his flexes, but creating a flex isn't bad. It's remapping weights and stuff that I can't do.
No, I've
But
done more of that.
Flexes aren't that difficult because it's just about like selecting all the different things that should move and then picking or you basically create two snapshots. What is its base? It's like T-pose. And then what does it want to change to? And then the slider just moves it between those two. So you can move all the vertices, everything to this new pose. So if I want to have like the jaw pulled back, I just have to make the jaw pulled back, make that the flex, and with the base being just the default, and I'm done. It's pretty damn easy. But when you have to weight bones, then that's not as much about, like, you'd have to make sure, like, okay, this is weighted 100%, then this one's like 70%, then this one's 30%, because you need to make sure that things aren't like, if they're all weighted 100%, then that means that they're going to be looking like this block of a thing moving with barely any edge. You need to make it nice, smooth transitions. It's
it
much more
doesn't need to be
complicated.
perfect.
No.
I've done a lot more waiting than anything, and you basically just make rough approximations. I had to wait for Stray. I had to redo all the weights for the Derpy model, so it would like work.
So yeah, I don't really want to do too much more on here because I'm going to start doing I have to do the lipstick next, and then I have to do some other cleanup and stuff, and a lot of the cart. I think though, for this specific shot, maybe not next stream, but within the next 1.5, I should have this one not cleaned up, but done from the animation perspective. I think the cart's going to take a couple hours. Like, it's going to take probably 2 to 3 hours to do the, well, now, yeah, her coming in there, because it's going to have to be, I'm dealing with 2 global locks. I have to have one locked to Applejack until she pushes her off, and then I have to have it unlock and relock to the cart. And then I have to make sure that anytime I'm touching Applejack, I have to relock it to Applejack, and it becomes a mess.
I think because they're closer to the camera, it's harder to tell from this angle that they're much smaller. I think at this angle, the cart's fine.
Yeah, from this angle it is. And Pear Butter, I think, is already shrunk down too.
Yeah, you had to shrink her down to fit her on Applejack's back.
I'm pretty sure. No.
No, I'm almost positive she shrunk.
Oh, wait, there. She shrunk 10%. Well, they're all shrunk 15, so it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's fine. She'll just be Big Mama. All right, well, I think I'm just going to end it there, though, because we are basically done. But not for today.
Wait,
Anything else I have to do to... Huh?
It almost looks like she's like slapping Applejack on the butt. Like, giddy up, horsey.
This is how thick her thighs are.
You know, those are giddy up.
Oh, that's not even moving. Literally, not even a pixel.
It tells her to get along. Oh, his feet broke. Oh no. Think I'm bad. Slap that cutie mark. Wait, no, that's extra fat. You're like, wait, no, too low.
Wait, actually, my favorite part is what she says afterwards.
Thanks very much.
Oh, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Work on the plane.
Thanks very much. See you on Thursday. Right.
We'll see you on Thursday for more butt spanking.
This is all this channel is now is butt spanks. Go tell your friends. We'll get 1,000 people on here
Here, Michael.
next stream. Hold on.
Lewd.
This is ultra porn.
Ultra porn.
That's what it is. Not lewd.
Okay.
It's medical treatment.
Chiropractor.
Mm.
All right, let's see what else is on. I got she had so many knots.
No, no
Jay's been
smooching.
playing.
Let's see. Oh, nobody's on.
Really?
Wow.
Just gotta have to do the pony roulette.
I can't put pony enter. I have to put pony and then hit click. Search.
No, you gotta
Oh, I have
click
to.
pony.
I have to click pony. Really?
There you go. Yes.
Stupid. I don't know who that is. That's a different
Crush Your
pony.
Girl's movie now.
Played Unreal 2. I don't know who Cloud Hop is.
Oh, pony.
That they're just watching pony.
They're just watching pony.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're not gonna do that. This one's a Cloudy play. I guess is playing Satisfactory.
Drumstick pony. You've come across before.
Yeah, Drumstick Pony. This is VR chat. I like Cloud Hop or Satisfactory.
How many people's watching Cloud Hop?
2.
I'll go for him.
Look, he's got little goggles.
Well, that a mirror model.
Well, we can head over there. Let's go see how to. What?
Go fire by the end of this.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let's head over to Cloud Hop. Let's say hi to Cloud Hop.
I think that's
Unreal's a really fun game, though. I think they're dying.
There's a 2. Then you best join him before he gives up.
Yeah, we'll head over there. So, there we go.
I didn't realize I already had Unreal 2. I don't feel like we ever...
No, it's on early access.
Oh,
It just came out a month or two ago.
that's cool.
But yeah, so we'll be back on Sunday. We're gonna be doing Halo. No, Disco Elysium. We'll play some
Get
Disco
one in.
Elysium. Michael is very sad that we haven't gotten farther in the game.
You're still on day 2.
I'm working on it. It's taking a little bit. We're just too cool.
Yeah. Well. Jesus, they wish.
I still gotta get these credits figured out. It's not in top priority though. It's gonna take a bit to figure out how to do that.
I do some stuff before my next stream. The dog in Fall of London is ugly as sin.
It needs to be a pony.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna just double check if they.
Yeah, I think they're closing up.
Let's check. They only been streaming for an hour.
Alright, you can rate them and see what happens.
No, I feel bad if I raid right at the end of something.
No, they might keep going just because you rated. No, they're booting the game back up.
Okay, cool.
We're
So
just
we'll head out
restarting
there.
it.
Cool. So bye bye.
Bye bye. This little horse get excited.